Warning, the following program is a recap of the HBCU sports world. It is meant to be comedic and informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their schools, or all black people. There may be some cuss words and some cultural words. If that bothers you, move along. If you're young, please seek permission before watching any further. If you at work, make sure you got your earbuds in. Don't blame us if you get fired. Thank you. The Outspoken Show.
And P.S. Don't be so damn sensitive.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on the flaring on. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing. Not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops, then find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow, who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. To the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Miggy for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase. Yeah. Bubba C. Yeah. Rick flaring on them. Rick flaring on them. Rick flaring on them. Rick flaring, son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, we back.
Yo,
Appreciate you for reaching
you a
out.
star.
I'm like, hey, it's outspoken, a lot changed. Granted, the concept we still hosting, giving you the fix you need when on the screen. The veteran, Captain Petty, giving you medicine. Come tap in, you know Scott gon' do what he do. Might not want to hear it, but here go the hard truth. Perry about the numbers, regret if you're not fact-based. When you run your lane, the numbers seem like a statue. Wait. Hey, Scotty, man, I'm not feeling it. I don't think the people feeling it. Let me get in my bag a little bit, just showing what this outspoken really about to be like. Outspoken, this is more than conjecture. These days they laying people off, so glad that we got our own. Hunger insatiable, made for you if you say you objective. Hard truth offering, no offense, just perspective. Come get your dosage and go with me. We spit it like poetry. The pivot was pivotal, could right here, but I'd rather not. Some say Hey Scotty, some call him Scott, the best one since Stewart. If you know, then you know, but if you don't, then you lost. Let me be frank for a minute, cause we all know that's how Perry be. Breaking down the game for what it was, no apologies. This my hypothesis, you tune in, you like watching it. It's common sense, obvious, competent, rugged, and confident. Hey, we outspoken, we outspoken, we outspoken. This is outspoken, and we gon' put on a show, even if we hear you say I can't stay here. It's outspoken.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty back with another one, man. I am so glad to be in the building where the place to be, and none other than Outspoken here on Monday night. You know, we're running a little late, but it ain't nothing for us. It ain't nothing. You know, we on that CPT time. And listen, and I couldn't do it without my brother from another. Give it up for the one and only Perry White. Huh, huh, huh. Didn't hear that a lot this weekend. Woo! What's up, Big?
I should hear it a lot this week. It's homecoming. So regardless if we score or not, I should hear something.
You got that Westgate coming in town, huh? You got the Westgate coming in.
Oh man, no, not Westgate. Not Westgate at all. What's up?
Nah, man, listen, I'm chilling, man. You know me. Weekend came and gone. You know, had a little vacay. You know, I talk about my little story time down in the great state of Alabama in Huntsville. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
That's how they sound.
The great state of Alabama in Huntsville. You know,
Roll Tide.
Roll damn tide, right?
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, I had a good time, man. I'm chilling. But, you know, listen, I'm going to tell people right now, if you're here for the foolishness, you're going to get every bit of it. I'm telling you, today I'm on that shit, okay? Today, I'm on the count of three if you at home with me. 1, 2, 3. Everybody! Stop playing with that man. Still the great one. I'm on that shit today. I'm just letting you know. It ain't nothing to comment. It ain't nothing. I'm on that shit today. I'm just giving it a buck. I'm gonna tell it straight up. I'm on that shit today. So
let me get my 5 seconds right quick.
Go ahead.
Happy homecoming to everybody at JSU University. All my alumni and friends, happy homecoming. And we'll be happy to see you here on the bluff come this weekend, having a good time. I don't know if y'all going in the football game, but I know there's plenty of stuff around the area, the atmosphere. So happy homecoming to everybody.
I'm about to pin this to the top. I'm gonna just go ahead and pin this to the top of just so everybody know where I stand and the views of off script, not outspoken, of off script, where they stand at. So let me find this comment and pin it to the top so we all on one accord out here in these streets. All right. Yeah. So listen, we're gonna get right into it, man. It's gonna be a long show. I'm telling you. I know Perry's not asking. It's gonna be a long show. I got a lot of stuff to talk about.
I thought we was short. There ain't that many games this week. I'm like, man, we're gonna be
on that. No, I'm on that. No. I mean, yeah. Once we get to the games, yeah, but you gotta get there. It's some stuff that gotta transpire before we get there. Once we get there, it's like once we get to week 8, it's just the first half. How they say the A block of the show. B block is cool. A block is gonna be pretty full. All right, so let's get to a little hot and viral. All right, hot and viral. First up, listen, Stan Bethune. Now I don't know. Perry's not a Twitter guy, so I don't think he understands the parameters that Stan Bethune has stepped in when this tweet was made. If you would just seen the replies alone, Jesus Christ. Boy, them Aggies, non-Aggies, it was just a lot of Perry. It's one of those, like, they're treating him like Braxton from Jamie Foxx. Like, you don't really know about homecoming. Because, you know, me and you used to argue about football. And, you know, I'm a football guy. And you're like, hey, Scotty, that's not what we're here for. We're here for the pomp. We're here for the party. You know what I'm saying? So when Stan said this, and it kind of makes him feel like, it doesn't make sense. Let me read it to people who are just listening to us. It says, Stan Braxton, how can North Carolina A&T claim G-Ho. If you don't know what G-Ho means, it's the greatest homecoming on earth. Right? If the team hasn't won a homecoming game since 2022, and it's 1-4 in homecoming games this decade. Again, as Perry has alluded to me over the past 3 years we've been doing this show, 3.5, right? Scotty, happy homecoming. It don't matter what the game. It don't matter what the game is. I be like, you gonna show up for Lincoln? We're gonna show up for Lincoln. We're gonna show up for Westgate. We're gonna show up for Prairie View. We're gonna show up for whoever, whatever. It's happy homecoming.
That's it.
When I tell you, a lot of people have, man, it's tough. But Perry, for all the people who are newbies like me, can you explain to them the meaning of homecoming?
Oh man, the essence of just people who had experiences when you were undergrad, grad, whatever the case. Most of the time, it's your undergrad experience, which I still don't know how Mike claimed in Jackson State, but I won't start because I don't know why he celebrates in their homecoming. You need to be at Valley, but that's part of it. Your experience, clearly his experience wasn't good enough to claim Valley, so he wanted to claim a school that was better, which all of us, when we go back to the school in which we love, you have that opportunity to go back and see old friends, people you ain't seen, people you probably didn't forgot about. You know, somebody you saw for a semester, maybe 2 semesters, but it's the atmosphere. It's the Greek show. It's the concert. It's the comedy shows. It's the tailgate. It's everything that gave you the experience with you when you were at school that you come back to look forward to. And that's homecoming. It's an essence of paying tribute and respect to the school that gave you memories, lifelong friends, stories that you would still laugh about to this day. You know, so that's homecoming. And I know people wanted to be about the football game like yourself, but if you saw Spike, did you see Missions College when the coach went in there was telling the team what we're gonna do for home, and the score went out? It was just like, hey, they tried.
But it ain't gonna stop nothing. It ain't gonna stop nothing.
It's homecoming. Win or loss, we may not go in the stadium, but I'm telling you, it's kicking out, it's jumping outside the stadium. So for some schools, it's more about what's outside the stadium. For others, it's more what's inside the stadium. So that's homecoming.
That's homecoming. Well, listen, Becton, hey man, you know, fight that battle by yourself. I don't like to get in. I've had my dealings. I don't like to get into all that type of stuff. So
you've been to some homecomings, and you know, what's homecoming to you from an outsider looking at it and saying, damn, from these different schools, different perspectives, everybody has their way of doing it. But at the end of the day, you know when it's homecoming when you step on a campus.
Hold on, I'm sorry. This is absolutely false. This is the worst assessment. This is the worst assessment possible. Has more talent is crazy. Has more talent is crazy. What worst assessment? I'm reading comments. I'm like, the worst assessment. For me, homecoming, like what's amazing to me is how people find the ability to come back every year. Like they like some people just don't miss it, right? Like that's the cool part about it. Like I just be like, dang, like y'all really playing this like all the way around.
40 years, celebrating 30 years, 35 years, you know.
Oh, okay. Talent around him. Okay. Now we on the same page. More talent around him. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's just I love the camaraderie. I love the family atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, the thing for me, because most majority of football games, you're not going to get, like most HBCU games, you're not going to get the Nebraska, the Ohio State and Grambling selling out. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what game is going to sell out. You're not going to get that in HBCU football. But what I always tell my friends when they ask me, I tell them there's nothing like seeing your own people in a crowd. It just, there's no, until you walk into it and you see it, it's no greater feeling, because all you see on TV is the Penn States, the Ohio States, the USCs, the Georgias, the Alabamas, where you might see it's like flies in milk, right? Like just flies in milk. especially Penn State. Goddamn. Especially when they do that all white out, it's definitely like flies in milk, right? But when you just go to an HBCU homecoming or big HBCU game, man, it's just nothing like being around your people and experiencing your people. And Mr. Campbell, all he says is like and not be around like niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like these are educated. They still have some nigga in them, but these are like educated, money having. Listen.
They educated niggas. What you trying to say?
Yeah, they educated. I don't want to call people because I don't want to say everybody a nigga because they be like, I'm not no nigga. So I just like, you know what I'm saying? So, but you see some educated people and you see the money that black people be having. I'd be like, I was talking to Jalen Wright's dad, the linebacker. Shout out to him, number 52. He was like, yeah, my uncle just bought this for his wife. That's her new toy. Big old RV, a Tifton RV. I'm talking about, if anybody know RVs, like that's like my wife always, she used to be like in the entertainment business with her family and stuff. So she always talked about like the best tour buses are Tifton or whatever they call it, right? So they just got this nice Tifton RV. I'm just talking about they both went to A&M. He a finance director. She did something in IT. Just money. Just money.
Scotty, don't be fooled by it all the time, because I'm gonna tell you, niggas be stunting at homecoming. Hey, anybody in the chat know what I'm talking about? Niggas be stunting at homecoming.
Yeah.
Hey, they'll pull up like life is great wherever the hell they just came from, but they going home broke. They done blew everything to try to stunt this weekend on everybody. Niggas be stunned at homecoming, Scotty. So don't always be caught up into that little glitz and glamour of a weekend.
Yeah.
So that's part of homecoming too.
You're right. It is Prevost. You're right. It is Prevost. Somebody said it. Yeah. Prevost. You're right. Prevost. That's what Key said. Prevost. Tifton is up there, but yeah, man. So I love seeing it, man. Stunting or not stunting, rentals, not rentals, it costs. Okay, like at the end of the day, somebody had to get some money somewhere. You scammed it, you paid for it, you financed it.
For that one weekend, I'm talking about, boy, where we going?
Dog, that's cool. Enjoy yourself, right? I got a homeboy down in Atlanta, my boy Blaine. His motto in his life is treat yourself, right? So, hey, man, treat yourself. So it is what it is. All right, moving on. Next on Hot and Viral, your boy Vic. He done changed the game up. All right, at Norfolk. Rumor Coach Vic overhauls defensive staff mid-season. Now, I posted something on Twitter. I like HBCU passes graphics, so I stole his graphic. Shout out to you, Melvin. So DC, Terrence Garvin, as well as the DB coach, Jamil Jabo Smith. Now, if anybody doesn't know about these two guys, they both came with each other. No, Diddy. Whoa.
All right, now you had already gave us a warning.
Whoa.
You had already told us you was off the rails tonight. What a way to get it started.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
They have both. Oh, Jesus Christ. They have both moved from Edward Waters to Norfolk State with Vic. So they were a package deal together from Edward Waters to Norfolk State, and it's not really working out. So word on the street is that Vic had let them go, which I don't listen. I said it on the Norfolk State podcast. At some point in time, you can't keep blaming the players. Man, get this shit out of here.
No.
Get this shit out of here. I just realized I still had it. Get that shit out of here.
It's a new day.
Get that shit out of here.
It's a new day.
All right, so you can't keep blaming the players for a bad scheme or putting players in bad situations and then acting like, oh my God, like why the players not. I'm like, come on, man. At some point, you have to coach to your talent, right? Like, again, you have to coach towards your talent. And I don't think the defense ever really did that very well. So I'm definitely not mad that Terrence Garvin is fired. The DBs were just ass. I mean, let's flat out. It's bombs over Baghdad at Norfolk, right? So any kind of transition, I think is in the best movement to Vic. And I'll say this, if you didn't see the press conference, it's a snippet of a press conference I wish I would have got. I loved Vic. You know what? I'm take it over for me, P. I'm gonna try to get it for us real quick.
I want to know, all right, with these changes, what does he want to see from his defense? Like, what is the identity that he wants from his defense at Norfolk?
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair point.
That's what I want to know. What's the identity, and with these changes, what is he looking to do in the future with a possible candidate to take over these positions? Because I mean, this the defensive coordinator and the DB coach.
Yeah, both of them gone.
So who elevated to take over defense?
That's a good point. But I want to say this. Let's play this video.
I'm on mute. Good morning, Coach.
Who is this?
This is the MEAC coach's call.
Who's this guy?
One of the reporters that's asking
okay.
question, right? I haven't seen much veracity in Vic. Like I haven't seen like he wants to be here. This is probably the first time that I'm like, okay, Vic, I see some fire in your eyes. Like you don't want to keep getting your ass whooped. Like I like that, right? So I'm gonna play it and you guys tell me what you think.
How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I hope you are well because when you were hired, obviously the potential was there, the area, you being home, the talent that comes out the area, but you going through a lot of adversity. There's rumors about your coaching staff, like you just said, you face off-the-field issues. How are you handling all this, and how are you kind of maintaining your own mental health and staying strong through it, and how you get it, moving in a more positive direction?
Yeah, by keeping it real, and looking at the situations for what they really are. If you're hearing rumors for a reason, right? Like we don't sugarcoat it. Like we don't, like I tell my team and I tell my coaches, I don't play football. I really play football.
Hey, listen, P. When he said that, I said, that's what I'm talking about, Vic. I don't play football. I really play football. I like that. Okay, I'm sorry. That's just not. I haven't been a fan of much of Vic's stuff. I like that. Okay, I like that energy, Vic. Give me more of that. Give me more of this, Vic. Okay, we play.
Coded. Like we don't. Like I tell my team and I tell my coaches, I don't play football. I really play football. And so when it comes down to it, I'm gonna look at everything that's happening, and my job as the leader of this team is to be super observant, be critical of myself first, and then let that spread throughout. And then I gotta decisions. I gotta always make tough decisions, and I'm learning that very early. So look, I'm getting the reps right now. It's not the easiest thing to go through. But I understand what it takes, and it's my job to keep everybody in a good mental health state, from an emotional standpoint, because it's not easy when you're losing tough ones, you're losing close ones, and then it's a blowout here and a disappointment there. It's like, okay, now I gotta be what I signed up for, a head coach, a leader, you know what I'm saying? And so, not losing sight of that and still feeling confident and knowing what we can bring to the table. The kids, my guys, they inspire me because I know how bad they want it. So when I look in their eyes, I see a reflection of me, and then here we go. Let's go get it. Keep going.
I like it. I like it. It's a little rough. I feel like it was a little rough, but it wasn't bad. I liked it. That was the most energy I've seen from Vic in quite some time.
I think you're hearing a coach coming to the realization of what growing pains really are as a head coach. And for a lot of us, when you go in this new endeavor in life, you go in, as they say, eyes wide, and it seems like it may be easier than what it is until you get in there. And then you realize, hey, this is a little tough. I got to work hard. I may not have thought I had all the support here and there for the things that I wanted. On top of now, as a coach, I'm having to first time let somebody go. This is new. I'm learning, and I'm starting to get skin in the game to realize, hey, I got to evaluate guys the same way I got to evaluate myself in order to move forward if we want to really have winning. And maybe these guys who I thought could be consistent now in bringing that culture of winning, maybe they don't quite fit what we're building here. So that's all I heard. A bunch of just him being humble and just really like, hey man, this shit hard.
It ain't as easy as people make it look, right? Just walk up. Not like Deshaun Jackson doing, you know what I'm saying?
And I think now he's realizing he probably came in a little tense and serious, but I think he's realizing, man, I low-key kind of got to have fun. That's why he's reiterating, hey, I really played this. So there was a process for him to be the elite player that he was. It was growing pains getting in the NFL, right?
Yeah, you're
No
right.
matter
That
all
first
his
couple years
athletic ability,
at the Falcons was rough, yeah.
he had to grow into. So I think this right here is that same thing. You just seeing a older Vic, but a young coach growing into being a coach and who he is today. So yeah, so it's just the mass whoopings humbling him. Hey, he waking up like, you know what? We're gonna have some fun in this, boy, because
taking it on the chin. All right, taking it on
and
the
I gotta
chin.
fire somebody. So I bet that was uncomfortable to do.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, that's fair. You know what I'm saying? But I like, you know, a lot of things that we've said about Vic and I personally have said about Vic is at the end of the day, the Vic saga, I want to be successful, right? Because I believe in celebrity coaches. I like the celebrity coaches aspect, and Deshaun Jackson is just absolutely murdering it at Delaware State. Shout out to them, right? And I think Vic can be on that same pathway if he changes it up, if he loosens it up a little bit and really steps into that role of being a public figure as the head coach, right? So and getting a better staff around him. So I talked
Can I ask
about
a question?
go ahead.
Is the VA love really there? You know, that was the whole thing, him going back home, the VA love. Like, is it there and is it working this year one? But like behind the scenes of people who not keeping up and you got your insiders, what is recruiting hot right now for him? Like, do you hear a buzz of Norfolk State aside from the football field, but as the program out putting this imprint around VA? And does Vic really have the pull and the power that people think in terms of that excitement to bring in not only just supporters and money, but those type of recruits out of the VA area?
Okay, let me going to hit your topic. I believe he does, right? But again, losing doesn't bring anybody in. Nobody likes a loser. You get what I'm saying? So it's tough because at the end of the day, now on year 2, you're not selling a winning program. You're selling, hey, I'm a better coach. I've crossed the path. I've seen the light. I've come to Jesus. Like, I'm better now, right? And that still doesn't have any typical success because there's nothing on the field. See, now Deshaun Jackson's in a different boat, and people ain't gonna like when I say this, but Deshaun Jackson in year 2, nobody's gonna want to see this dude. Now, defensively, they got to get it fixed, but offensively, he can walk into any grandmama's living room, any mama's living room, any kid, dad, whatever, and say, I took a 2-win team in 2 years and gave them 5 to 7 wins. We're on the right track. We just got it. We're on the right track. We're headed in the right direction. Come follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. I just heard that. I never heard that song before. I heard that A&M. Follow me. Follow me. that's what Deshaun Jackson's about to say. And he's going to out-recruit. He's going to out-recruit Trey Oliver. He is. You can say whatever you want. You're not going to get around the NFL. He has an NFL pedigree that is just hard to replicate with Trey Oliver. I'm not saying Trey Oliver won't be able to get his guys, but it's Deshaun Jackson is going to be on another level. So
what about Michael Vick? You just gave me a whole Deshaun Jackson spiel. I want to know Vick's impact.
Can he recruit Virginia? Yes, because Virginia's his backyard. The issue is are you going to have people believe in you, right? Because that's the key, is that when you walk into somebody's living room, you have to sell to them to come to a level that they don't know if it's going to be prosperous for them. So you got to sell it because you're losing. You're already losing now. And now I got to make a kid believe that if he comes, he's going to make history and turn this thing around. So the real question is can Vic sell it? Can he sell it?
Because he did have a Norfolk State hat on in that interview.
It's the season, man. It's the season, man.
That's a start, because I remember you was on him tough about not wearing any school paraphernalia.
It's the season. He's in the middle of the season. He better be wearing a goddamn Norfolk State hat. But once after Halloween, what he gonna be in after that? And that's the thing. And Jacktown Max said a good point. I think he needs another celebrity on his staff that has some buzz. I really do. And I'm saying this because he's not a great public figure. And I'm going to go back to it. Vic's coolness is because of Vic's aura of what he was on the field, right? He's not good in public settings. He's not a good speaker. He doesn't bring energy. He's not good at that. He needs to find either a defensive coordinator, an offensive coordinator, a DB's coach, or running back, whoever. But he has to get another celebrity, I believe, that has some type of buzz and aura about them to really sell the program with him. And so it doesn't all fall on him as well. And to me, that would be better if either as a DC or OC, but that's neither here nor there. That's just my last 2 cents on that. So hopefully he gets it together. I do want the experiment to work. All right, last thing on Hot and Viral.
Oh, goddamn.
Listen, man. Blue posted this. All I can do is shake my head. All I can do is he do need Hugh Jackson. I think Hugh Jackson would be a great addition. He's a really good recruiter. Alcorn State. I need y'all to listen to this. Alcorn State, Southern, and Florida A&M have combined 3-14 overall record, a 1-14 versus Division I opponents after week 7. I have a feeling there are going to be some major coaching changes in the SWAC over the next few months. It's absolutely crazy. But Perry, I have one question. And I don't know if people know. You know, I do a little music. I dabble in the music. So I got a new hit single. I got a new single and it's dropping. Okay. I got a new single. It's called How Bad Is the SWAC? You tell me what you think.
How bad is the SWAT? Tell me, can it get worse? They're calling plays like they're cursed. Running left, fumbling right. No game plan in sight. Oh, how bad is the SWAT? Oh, baby, it's bad, bad, bad. Can't hire no stars, just dreams on a page. How bad is the SWAT? Oh, baby, it's sad, sad, sad. Quarterback's lost, coach won't adjust. Fans in the stands losing their trust. Oh Lord, how did it get this rough? This why ain't tested. Oh baby, it's bad, bad, bad. The calls are a mess. The effort is mad. How bad is the SWAT? Oh baby, it's sad, sad, sad. Someone save the SWAT. Bring the magic back before it fades to black. How bad is the SWAT? Oh, this bad. How bad is the SWAT?
Got it. They should have never gave you niggas AI. Boy, they should have never gave you niggas AI, boy. Y'all don't know how to act. And y'all get something. You done made, god damn.
It's a bop, though. It's a bop, though.
How many times you listened to that when you was like, oh, I'm gonna kill him with this?
I'm gonna kill him. I did it too. I was like, I'm gonna kill him with this one. I'm gonna kill him. I was like, babe, come listen to this song. What you think?
Listen, what we called it though. I mean, this don't come as a surprise. What we've been doing all season, nothing but covering the teams, right? That's why we have teams on the, what is it? The Jumpoff List. What?
That's why we got a Jumpoff List.
That's why we got a Jumpoff List. honest. And I think people will be surprised as you start to see what it looks like these days. But Alcorn had already found themselves on it. So it's some bad football.
It's some bad football.
You remember it was you, I, and Josh that week before North Carolina Central game and Southern. And we had this conversation. I said, when you look at the history of the SWAC, it comes down to quarterbacks. Seriously. That's that literally what separates teams in this conference.
Yeah.
Who has a good quarterback aside from Alabama State and Jackson State?
Alabama A&M. I like Handley, and I like Quiet. He's hurt though, but you know.
But the fact he hurt, you see how it affects them instantly.
It does. Instantly.
That's what I'm saying. If you in this league, Southern got a quarterback. I'm asking.
Oh, no.
Does FAMU got a quarterback?
No.
Does Alcorn State have a quarterback?
No.
Shit, it's tough.
We're dying.
You can build up these defenses. You can have all these skill position players you want. You gotta have a quarterback in this league. And guess what? When FAMU won the Black College National Championship, they had a quarterback. When Alcorn State was going to the Celebration Bowl, they had a quarterback. So that's the difference. Go get a quarterback.
Gotta use my sweat rag, you know what I'm saying? Sweat. Yeah, it comes down to that. And let me say this, and I want to play this video as well. I told you it's gonna be a long A block. I said it was gonna be a long A block. I said that, right? So I want to play this because this is the accountability that I feel like we're missing in the SWAC. Everybody wants to make excuses. Nobody wants to take the blame. You're getting your ass. Bama's is getting paid over $200,000 and don't want to take accountability. Let me show you what a real accountability looks like. Terrence Graves, Eddie Robinson, all you Bamas.
Every time we lose, we get outcoached because we don't have a GM, right? So me personally, every loss that we have, I'm responsible for every single person in this organization. So it doesn't matter if we miss a tackle or if there's a bad scheme or if they get us schematically. It's outcoached. Like, that's how I view it, is the extreme ownership of I have brought in every single person into this organization. So if we miss a tackle or if we don't make a play or if we have a bad scheme or something like that, that all falls on me. So maybe outcoached isn't always the perfect term, but at the end of the day, everything always falls on me. So when we have failures or we don't hit an expectation for a multitude of reasons, it's my fault. That's what I mean by outcoached, is there's nowhere else to, like, who else do I look at? Everybody's here because of me, right? Which means everything falls on me, and it should. Like, every bad thing ever said about this program should fall directly on me, not our players, because I brought them here. That's our job to put them in the best position to succeed. And that 100% is on me. So that's what I mean by when I say that. So to me,
that is what true accountability looks like. I cannot stand when you have a coach. And again, this is why I love Mickey, but I don't like when coaches call out players, because no player can get behind a microphone and call their coach out, right? So if a situation happens to where Kelby Givens does a false start, or he does offsides and it gives them first down, they lose the game. Well, if we were just disciplined enough, if number one was just disciplined enough, he can't say, well, you called a bad play, in the first game where they did a bomb, or you called a bad coverage, or you didn't teach this, or I had to learn this. He can't hold them accountable. So to me, everything has to fall on the head coach. So when people say it's not there, yes, it is. It is your fault. You brought that trash ass nigga in here for OC. You brought that trash ass nigga in here for DC. You brought that trash ass running back coach. Southern's whole coaching staff should be in AARP. Like, everybody getting senior citizen discounts, right? You brought all these niggas in. You got to said in his ass as his team is. You got to take accountability for bringing Gales in. You got to take accountability for your defense being trash. You have to take accountability for it all. Don't try to minimize it. Oh, It's on you, guy, because you hired him. I'm sorry. Just that burns me up that Bama's don't want to take accountability, bro. But they want to get paid. So that's my 2 cents. All right. I told you it's gonna be a long A block.
I do believe in the accountability. Sometimes it's tough, man. I be listening to the SWAC coaches call on Monday mornings, man, and you know, sometimes it is tough listening to some of the coaches, and you know, the coach that I tell people I watch all the time that I love to listen to in a press conference, and I would sit there and listen to 30 minutes of him talking, is Southern Miss head football coach
Charlie Huff.
Man, listen. If you ever listen to one of his weekly press conferences, and I listen to him every week, when they ask him a question about the opponent, it's just not, oh, we got to prepare, you know, the guys, we went and practiced hard, you know, they came out, we were just hitting, we just gonna have to be ready to go win again. No, he literally tells you there's no secrets to this. They got film on me, we got film on them. Let me tell you what they do. They run this scheme defensively. This is what they do bad. We're going to try to exploit XYZ. Offensively, last week, we had problems in the throwing game. We worked with the quarterbacks. We may have to start looking at, we may not have to take so many deep shots. We're looking at the percentages of what worked, what did not work. You know, our inside slant game, you know, we found that we completed more than 50% passes. So that's something that we think can work with our quarterbacks moving forward with the running backs. You know, we just listening to the football IQ of him explaining player by player, and then no problem letting you know, hey, this guy's banged up, may not be able to come out, but look, he's working to get back, but next man up. That's why we're developing guys. That's part of the process. Hey, this kid that we're developing up, that's next up, let me tell you about it. This kid is it. I just can listen to him for the full 30 minutes, explain his football philosophy, explaining how every week we have to evaluate, we have to change. 1 week we make him come be a passing team against somebody. The next week we can't do that.
Yeah, we got to change it up.
We got to evaluate the talent and figure out what playmakers can we use in order for this scheme to work this week, because we're going to try to exploit the weakness on what they have on defense. Well, all that type of talk right there, that's when I guess I'm listening for coaches. I'm listening as a coach because you are a professional. I'm listening for professional responses to give me some understanding of the game from your perspective and how you break this down when you watch film, how you have conversations with your coaches, and then how after you do that with film and with your coaches, how do you then resonate that with the team and break the team down in terms of the game plan and what we're going to do this week and what we're going to be working on, and admitting, like you just said, accountability, our faults, what we did wrong. Somebody got to pay for this, you know. So that's the type of conversations that when I'm listening to the coaches call and guys ask the coaches questions, seems like the coaches, they never want to get, it's like everything's a secret.
Oh,
am I lying?
No, that's what,
it's like everything's a secret. They don't want to talk to you about football because we're giving something away next week.
You suck. Your team sucks. You suck. What are you giving away? What are you? This is what really kills me, P. Who's going to be the starting quarterback? You know,
you want to be starting quarterback? Who wants to be starting quarterback?
I mean, you know, just you know, we're really just, we don't really know, you know, bro. Just come out and say it. Hey, you know, we're looking at Cam to start this week. Because you could just flat out lie to us and somebody else. It don't matter. I listen. And you know who the worst one? The worst one, the absolute worst one is James Cozy. Oh, my God. He's a child that Cozy is like a kid that just say, I don't know if anybody has, like, if you have kids like this, I have a daughter like this. She will just say whatever she knows you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who she is. She'll be like, I'm like, Eris, why? I'm like, why did you leave the cup and you didn't spill it up? I shouldn't have done that. I'm like, I know. I'm like, Eris, I know you shouldn't have done it. Why did you do it? No reason. There is a reason, because you did it. Why did you do that? I won't do it again. I'm like, oh my God. That is James Cozy. That is James Cozy. All he does is tell you stuff that he thinks you want to hear, right? Oh, just not a good showing. You know, we know 45-7. We already know it wasn't a good showing. What? That's not. That's obvious, Captain. right? So it's stuff like that that kills me when I listen. This was a good showing by us. I thought the O-line played well. You thought
No, they did not.
You thought the O-line played well? Defense made some stops. Win. It's 45-7. When did that happen? I missed that part. Like, that's the stuff that kills me. I'm like, bro, like, no, bro. Stop. Just stop it. That he said your daughter said she ain't got time. She did it.
Well, we ain't got time to beat around the bush. All right, flat out, let's just go forward.
do what you want with me. All right, punish me. It's crazy, man. All right, P had a good time down there in Pothole City State. Jackson, hey, story time with Perry White.
I didn't even think I was gonna get a story time today.
Oh yeah, Perry. Oh yeah, I told people it was a long show, so you might as well stick around. All right, so my bad, Brody. Story time with Perry White. Talk to us, man. How did you enjoy your time down in old Jacktown?
So I did enjoy myself, man. Let me tell you, I ended up seeing what's that Sheridan and Flowood. Have you seen that spot out there on that resort?
Oh no, I haven't seen the resort. I be out in Flowood though.
Man, listen, they got a little secret out there. I said, man, look, the water's so good out here. They waste water over here. They don't care about no water. It's good over there. They do whatever they want with their water over there. I promise you, ain't no regulations. So.
They be out there like this, B. just letting it go
on the ground. No, you at least recycling the water. They don't care. They just do what they want. But man, look, I enjoyed my time, man. I got there and walked around in the parking lot. First person I walked into was Zoe. And he was like, man, why you didn't call me? And I said, man, when I'm pulling up, my mind everywhere. I'm looking around. I'm being aware. I'm trying to, watch the sights and sound. I didn't even pick my phone up and take it out of my pocket. I'm just watching and looking in.
Yeah.
I told him, man, that's just the way it was supposed to be. I was supposed to walk right into you. So, had a chance to see him and some other people, man, but
I thought you froze. I was like, oh shit.
No. I guess what I want to say, because I don't got nothing bad to say, man. I wanted to say something bad for no reason, but I'm not going to do that. It's Jackson. I always be wanting to throw in, but then the Lord was like, don't do it.
The Lord was like that. Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
I won't do it. The Lord said don't do it. The water joke was enough, but I had a great time, man. Deputy Mario had a chance to see him and everybody, man. And listen, the funniest part for me, although I didn't wear any Southern stuff, the funniest part was when they announced the Bethune-Cookman and Southern game score in like the fourth quarter. And you can tell the announcer when they must have handed him the scores, he got excited because he was doing the rest of the score. Then he saw that Bethune-Cookman and Southern score and was like, oh shit, I can't wait to tell him this one. Hey, Southern 45. I mean, Bethune-Cookman 45, Southern 14. Boy, the crowd, all you heard was damn. 40,000 people yelling damn. And then it just bust out into laughter. I said, these niggas laughing at me. I'm embarrassed. Southern, why you gonna do that when they announced these scores? Why you had to be like that? And nobody better than Jackson want to hear that score, you doing bad.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, but other than that, man, listen, shout out to everybody, bro, that I had a chance to meet, that I encountered. It's so many people and so many names. I don't want to just start naming and I'll leave somebody out, but everybody know anybody that I encountered, man, I appreciate you. I love you. It was an electric atmosphere. This is what I'll talk about when you have the bright lights. You on the center stage and everybody's watching.
Yeah.
And you have that energy on your biggest game of the year at home. And you found a way to squeak it out and win it. To see that place go just be electric. Once that play happened and I was like, this is homecoming, boy. Like, hey, I couldn't do nothing. People know I don't like food with Jackson State. I don't like Jackson State, but I just had to smile because you know what?
Good football.
Aside from it,
yeah.
I was like, this black college football right here. This the games that people say they can remember back in the day what it was all about when you used to get these games week in and week out with that type of talent where every weekend was excited. That's what was good for me to see that and to experience that and to be there firsthand to watch it, man. It was electric. And to say that was homecoming. First of all, where Alabama State fans at? They didn't show up like I thought they was gonna show up.
It is not their job to.
No, it ain't about if it's their job. I'm not asking them to fill up the stadium. I'm asking them where you at to support your team in this championship atmosphere. They had fans there, but I swear I thought Bama State was gonna come deeper than that. But they wasn't like that. They was there, but they wasn't deep. They didn't travel. They didn't show up to show out. A few of them showed up. But other than that, man, I had a good time. It was great. That's all I got for you.
Okay, that's fair. Man, I'm glad you enjoyed this.
Hey, you don't want nobody to say nothing about Alabama State, huh? Alabama State.
I mean, I say that all the time. Like, it's nobody's job to fill up your stadium.
But you know, when we talk about fan bases, like you have fan bases who talk about traveling. It ain't necessarily saying, hey, when we play you, I want you to fill my stadium up. But it's just like on the PWI side, have you ever seen the pictures like anytime Tennessee plays somebody, how Tennessee literally goes and travels to take over somebody's stadium? I'm not saying that's my job, but when you support your team when they're good on a game like this, you show up deep. They didn't show up as deep as I thought they was going to show up. I real life thought I was going to see at least 15,000 Alabama State fans. But maybe I don't know their fan base the way that I do.
1,000?
At least 10. They ain't got 15,000 fans?
I mean, to show up? I mean, like, they probably got 15,000 fans, but to show up at this game? Nah, I don't.
You know, you get people that's just like, damn, Alabama State good. This is what we've been waiting for. They playing in Jackson. We going over there to watch the game. Like,
nah. I wouldn't expect that. No, I wouldn't.
Well, I had to learn. I guess I learned, you know, all fan bases ain't the same, but I just assumed with that type of game.
He said we had homecoming last week. He said we had homecoming last week. We still recovering and recouping from stunting. So
you're right. My bad. I swear. Okay, Bama State. I'm sorry. It was homecoming last week.
It was a week ago.
We'll do a watch party.
You know,
I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Don't mind me, Bama State. I forgot it was homecoming.
You asking a lot. You back-to-back trips.
And they got right now after homecoming, they was like, forget that, we saving for the classic.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait that pay period. You know what I'm saying? I gotta check it in the savings. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta wait that next pay period. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we gotta talk it out so things can make sense. My bad. I apologize. That make all the sense in the world. Homecoming and the classic coming up. Forget going to Jackson. Sure.
All right. Also, real quick, guys, HBCU Live, our game, our way. We're still taking grassroots donations, man. I think we got up to about 2,000. The goal is to 20,000. Again, it's for us to put on a production live game on site for you guys. You guys have been asking for it. We're trying to get it to you. All right. So make sure you support. You can scan the QR code. I'm going to drop the GoFundMe link in the chat, man. We're looking for 200 people to give $100, 50, 25, preferably 100. I know it's homecoming, so a lot of you ain't got it. All right, so I probably gotta wait.
Yeah.
No, we probably gotta wait to the next pay period, right? You know what I'm saying? But make sure you guys support and support the grassroots movement. Now, let's get into a little story time for myself, myself, and I. Part 2 of homecoming at Alabama A&M. Number 1, they won. Last time I was down that piece, you know, Jackson State put a hurting on them boys. But I want to say this, man. I really, really, really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed myself. And Perry, I'm telling you, them dog houses, shit. They are legit. There is nothing better in the SWAC. I don't care what. There's Prairie View. I haven't seen Prairie View, so I'll sit back on that one. But I've been in a Southern suite. I've been in who else suite have I been to? I've been into Alabama suite. Alabama State got some nice suites. I ain't gonna lie. Alabama State do got some nice suites. But them dog houses are different. And what I mean by that is each dog house has its own internet. Each dog house has its own. You got your own catering. You got your own TV. You can bring whatever you want into the dog house. They built a new one. It's like a corporate one. Right next to AD Bryant's doghouse, man. It was lovely. It was pure lovely. The atmosphere was dope. They got the announcer is completely different. He's awesome. They got the DJ was rocking the whole game. But this is the thing that kicked me, Perry, you know how they like and one basketball, they had that dude in the sideline be like, "Oh baby, it's hot sizzle. Oh baby, oh my God." Let me tell you something. A&M has a hype man on the field, and he walks around the field and he walks into the stands, and it was dope. It was dope. The energy was there. It was electric. The band, I don't know what it is. The band was better. They start doing like this yelling chant. I ain't never heard them do that before when they was walking into the stadium. It was dope. So man, I really had a great time. I really, really did. I got AD Bryan gave me a tour of all the new facilities that they got going on, man. Listen, man, there ain't no excuses of why. Did they feed us? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They fed us. Now, I will say this. Not every tailgate is friendly. Okay? Not every tailgate.
Explain that. What that mean?
What I'm saying is, and this is the thing that, like, Jackson, Southern, and Alcorn don't really have these problems. Like, you could just literally be, like, laissez-faire walking, and somebody would say, "Hey, you want to come get a plate?" Da-da. Like, that's just them. That's just how they get down. A&M is not to that level, okay? A&M isn't there yet. They're friendly, but they're friendly to people they know, right? Like, there was one spot they called the Corner Ladies, and that's with the whole, I told you, with the RV, and their family was amazing, right? They fed us. They took care of us, ribs, chicken. We had shrimp and grits early in the morning with breakfast and stuff like that. Absolutely amazing. But it's just a little stuffy with everybody else. But me and the wife did get a plate. We got catered. Shout out to Bo's Wings, Bo's Best Wings in Huntsville, Alabama. Make sure y'all go check them out. Them wings were absolutely phenomenal. Now,
so you saying A&M some stingy niggas?
they're a little different.
Is that what you're saying? They seem like they watch you from the moment you pick up a fork to the moment you grab a plate to the moment you pick up whatever utensil to get the food. They watching.
We said what?
I said they watching.
It's just a little stuffy. They are a little stuffy, and it's not to the. And again, Jackson and Southern and Alcorn just have a sheer mass of tailgating. Like, it's as far as the eye can see. Like, it's just so many. A&M ain't like that. They have they got a nice little size, but it's just not to the, you know what I'm saying? It's just not to the vast majority of it, right? But again, nice people, got some food here and there. It was dope. I'm not knocking anybody on that. This is the thing for me. The only knock I would have to say for A&M is they got to start stealing people's chance. Like, listen, man, like, if I'm A&M, I'm just stealing Bama's chance. Like, I'm stealing Rock the House. I'm stealing the Alcorn. I'm just stealing Bama stuff because they don't have a thing that they don't have, like when Jackson scored, they do the palm, and when Alcorn scored, they do the when FAMU scored, they do the dun 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 dun. Like, A&M doesn't have that. Right? They got that dun 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 boom 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 boom. But it's not the same. It's cool, but it's just not the same. They gotta find that thing for them. And since Jackson State stole Rock the House from Grambling, just steal it from Jackson. Just steal it from both of them. Just borrow it. Like, AMU Rock stuff. Just steal it.
If we're winning in due time, they'll find themselves with a new tradition. Give them some time.
Yeah,
because you want them to do something aside. We just talked about homecomings, right? This is probably the biggest game they're going to have at home. And then after this, things are going to die down. And they're going to have to do some things to get fans back engaged, to come to the games and do all that tailgating, to do that week in and week out, if though it is homecoming. So, with winning, things will change. The tradition will come. But, right now, you're watching it being built with Sam Shade and Dr. Paul Bryan. They trying to at least build the foundation. Let them build the foundation, because I'm pretty sure how we was talking about homecoming. Some homecomings not to go into the stadium to watch the game. Some homecomings are bigger outside the stadium and what's around. So if he can get people to get inside the stadium, they're just now learning to get back in the notion of, hey, we got a program that we can support. We can win homecoming, and can we fight to maybe even win the East? I think when due time that's gonna come, Scotty. It's gonna
Okay.
come.
I mean, my vote is to steal something. Just steal it.
You just want them to steal
Just
something.
steal it. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, man, just steal it. I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't. I'd just steal that shit. I'd be like, I'll steal all.
How was the crowd? Was it a big crowd?
It was thick, bro. The home side was packed from top to from the rooter to the two. It was packed.
Were they engaged during the game?
Again, Pete, that's what I'm saying. Like,
They were not.
Yes and no. HBCU fans are 9 times out of 10, they're all the same, right? It's just like, yay, touchdown, yay, touchdown, yay, big play, yay. But again, at least most schools, when they score a touchdown, they get into their chant, right? Like they get into that energy, and that energy, that's what gets infectious, right? It's the palms and the ooh, 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 right? It's the FAMU, everybody's doing it. That's the thing that A&M does not have, to where everybody is doing it in the crowd, and that's what they're missing. And the student section needs to be better. The student section needs to be better. Like
that's really where the chant started.
Yeah, the student section needs to be better. So those are my
freshman seminar and stuff like that on the recruiting trips where they teaching you the dances and what we said. That's really where it started.
Yeah, so they gotta get the student section going, and they gotta get a chant. I'm voting for stealing it. Just steal it. Everybody else steals something, you steal it. So I'll be out there. AMU.
Hey, make them an AI chant. You can do that. You can come up with a chant. Make them an AI chant.
I can.
That's
will.
Your assignment for next Monday, sir. We want to hear your AI Alabama A&M chant.
I will. Thank you for giving me a responsibility. I'm gonna do that for him.
Handle that for him. Look out for the Bulldogs.
I got that. I like that. I appreciate that. All right, you know what time it is? Everybody's favorite segment.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
He was talking. They put a clap into that boy. One more time.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
He was talking. They put a clap into that boy. First up. Oh.
Not a kid.
Oh man, Bethune whoops up on Southern. No one gonna believe this thing. So he had to take a picture to prove it. What you got, Pete?
I just wish they had released the video. I wanted to hear them chants after the game with him and the team when they won. What it was like this time, tasting victory. Do you have that?
Oh, come on, man. You know who you're talking to. You know who you're talking to.
Come on, let me hear what Bethune said after they whooped our ass.
Hey, listen up, guys. Hey, I'm proud of you guys. Hey, this was a team win, a big-time team win. Hey, offensive coaches, defensive coaches, special team, the whole program. Guys, y'all did exactly like I keep telling you guys. You do exactly what the coaches say, it's going to work. Everybody got that? Everybody got that? This team, we have not beaten this team in 7 years, but you know what? It's all about you guys. It's all about you guys. Hey, it's all about you.
7 years? You haven't beat y'all in 7 years?
It ain't 7 years. It's all time. We was 7-0 all time.
Oh, gotcha.
We ain't played them 7 years in a row. That's the all-time rate. He just said, he get too excited when they get win. He just, you know what he mean, but you got to understand what he actually means. So he'll look excited right now.
I got you. All right.
Hey, right now, real quick. Hey, how you feel? How you feel? How you feel? How you feel? Who the best? Who the best? Who the best? We are. One more time. How you feel? How you feel? Who the best? Okay, one more time. Real fast. How you feel? How you feel? How you feel? Who the best? Who the best? Who the best? Who the best?
I think they did that for us. I feel like that was personal.
Listen,
you didn't sense that?
Bethune-Cookman put who's the best, and they played it again. Listen, man, this is what happens with this. This should never get you niggas money, right? Like this is what happens when you're not used to winning. When you're not used, ha ho ha ha Stop it.
When he pointed at that camera, he was talking about us.
He's talking about you. Because you the one that brought it up. Scotty, got that video?
You know what? And it's Southern fault. We let him act like that. It's our fault. We got whooped by a jump off. We didn't just get beat. We got our ass whooped by a jump off.
I mean, got beat down. Down.
But everybody already see. Didn't I see it coming?
We both picked Bethune.
I talked about it last week on the show by saying I did not think Southern's offense could keep up with Bethune-Cookman. Southern scored after a false start penalty on his first drive in this game. And they went down and scored a touchdown with Darren Morris to the end zone. And then after that, it was pretty much quiet. It was like, what can we do? It started raining. I'm like, God damn, boy, Southern, I'm embarrassed. All right, let's talk about this game.
Hold on. Hell Wildcat on Twitter told me to play this for you. Yeah, he said, make sure you play that for Perry on the show.
Play it again when I'm done with these stats because they deserve it. 45-14, the final score in this was Southern. Oh, what was you doing? What they say? Why you go down there fucking with them folks? 12 first downs in this game, Scotty, for the Jaguars. 1 of 9 on 4th down. Southern was also 1 of 4 on 4th down. They were just trying to do anything to keep it going. 267 yards of total offense. 202 on the air, and the Southern team that you think can run the ball only has 65 rushing yards in this game. No turnovers. On the other side for Bethune-Cookman, 32 first downs, 8 of 13 on 3rd downs, 498 yards of total offense, 271 in the air, and 227 on the ground. They did not have any turnovers. Cameron Ramson for Bethune-Cookman going 27 of 36 for 254 passing yards and 2 touchdowns, man. On the other side, Southern playing Cameron McCoy and Ashton Strother. Cameron was 5 of 12 for 101 yards and a touchdown. And Strother, 9 of 13 for 101 yards and a touchdown. And Trey Holly, 14 carries for 71 yards in this ball game, man. All Bethune-Cookman. It was nothing Southern could do. Southern couldn't stop them. Bethune-Cookman had explosive plays. They pushed the ball down the field, and they just pretty much made a fool out of Southern University this past weekend. Man, Southern has fallen off the map, boy. I tell you. Can't be nobody.
Hey, I want to play you this clip from a very wise man has said earlier today. I just want to play you a clip of what, Southern Jags are talking about.
Was from the stat line pregame, Bethune had been giving up 300-400 yards on the ground to most opponents, and we just couldn't get our running game on track. What do you think happened that we couldn't get unlocked on a running game?
Well, I think what we actually started Cam trying to use some perimeter runs because we knew that they were going to come in to stop the run. And talking to Coach Woody and pregame, he kind of alluded to something in a conversation. I don't think he was trying to let that out, but I picked up on it. And they did a good job of keeping 8 and 9 men in the box. And so when, you're facing a team that's going 8 and 9 man front, you got to throw the football. You can't let your ego.
Somebody explain to me. Y'all niggas be hiring some stupid bammers. He said, I need y'all to understand what this man was just saying. He said, I don't think he picked up on it. Dog. Trey Holly's your best player. It's not a secret. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, Trey Holly's your best player. I got to stop your best player. And Cam McCoy is your second best runner. Why the fuck would I not put 8 men in the box? Why would I not put 9 people in the box? If you knew you had to pass the ball, why would you be starting Cam McCoy?
They looked at them statistics just like I did before the game and said, Southern don't have one quarterback that's a top 12 quarterback and only got one receiver that's in the top 25. If they gonna beat us, I'll live with them throwing the ball. I live with them throwing the ball. They ain't beat nobody and proved it yet. So if you gonna come run the ball and that's all you got, we know that's all you got.
Dog, come on, man.
Trying to use some perimeter runs because we knew that they were going to come in to stop the run. And, talking to Coach Woody and pregame, he kind of alluded to something in a conversation. I don't think he was trying to let that out, but, I picked up on it. And they did
It didn't even help you. Even if he told you in pregame what we trying to do, it still didn't help you.
What's the secret is, once again, I keep asking. People got film on you. The man from Jackson State last year said, ain't nothing changed. The same team. So what did you have to pick up on? It wasn't a clue. He didn't have to drop it for you to pick it up and be like, damn, I think they're going to try to stop the run today. Of course, that's what the fuck they going to try to do today. That's all you got. That's literally all you got. What secret is that?
Yo, you cannot make this stuff up, man. Like, somebody sent me this, and I was like, bro, you cannot make this stuff up. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, this is what we try to get some perimeter runs. They got 9 people in the box, sir. What perimeter? Which they not about to double A gap blitz the whole time.
Listen.
Oh my God.
If it was me, if I was Southern's coach, which I would like to be the coach for homecoming, if they graciously allow me to coach my mighty Jaguars, because I feel like at this point, if I lose 45-14, what's the problem? Right? If he can do it, why I can't do it? But if I'm Southern, what I would have did, bro, I would have took this bye week and everything we did through the first 5 games, trash it.
Yeah.
We would have came out with a whole new offense. I mean, what's the problem saying, look, we cannot throw the ball. I mean, if you just look at the film, we can't throw it. And we done went through every quarterback we got. We cannot throw it. Let's get away. We're not a passing team no longer. We are a true run. Look, I'm lining up in Wildcat. Cameron McCoy can be the running back. He can be the jet receiver. He can be the Wildcat quarterback. We're going to use some Trey Holly in it. We're going to have some variations using Mike Franklin, Jason Gabriel. Hey, if I can't throw it to Darren Morris, goddammit, just come and hand it out to Darren Morris. I mean, we got play. And I had to use it with the tight man. This is when you're supposed to get creative and fun. It ain't a video game. But at the end of the day, when you look at your talent, why do you keep trying to force to go out there doing something that you simply do not have? There's no secret. Southern has 3 quarterbacks, and none of them are good enough to lead Southern nowhere. That's just the reality. Okay, so now what do? We pivot. We get away from that. We find creative ways. Let's look deep. What are some D2 schools doing? What is this NAI like? What are they doing with the talent where they don't have a quarterback, but they have talent around to be able to use this talent and put that talent in position? And I'm talking about, bro, I would have came out and confused the fuck out of Bethune-Cookman. I would have came out and it was nothing on film from the first 5 games you saw because we completely changed. We running triple option with an extra option on the outside where I got Trey Holly in the backfield or I got Mike Franklin in the backfield. He takes the snap. You seeing goddamn Cameron McCoy in motion. He hands it off with Trey Holly in the backfield. He runs on the side. Now he got a double option on the outside. Am I doing too much?
Nah, I'm with you. Hey, something's better than nothing.
I'm just trying to be creative here because dropping back with the quarterback looking for a receiver is not going to help us at all. No. With the quarterback simply handing it off, it's not going to. We got to do something different. There was an opportunity you could have caught Bethune. Plus, they can't stop. They wasn't good at stopping the run anyway.
So might as well keep doing it. Might as well.
And find something deep. Go get into your bag of tricks and pull out some man, look, I'm doing too much. I just realized if that's what you do, once again, you find ways to exploit it. What is gonna hurt you? You got a whole bye week. We can switch up the offense and hey, let's go out there and hit them where they don't even see it coming. So
that's tough, man. You know, moving on.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
He was talking. We put a clap into that boy. All right. FAMU comes out. I mean, not FAMU. FAMU comes on the other end of a loss, 45-7. Trey Oliver, being Master Splinter, says, my pupil, 45-7 is not a loss. It is a career change. As only Master Splinter can give it to you, right? Raw and real. All right, Perry, break it down.
Man, Bethune-Cookman whooped up on Southern and North Carolina Central when it whooped up on FAMU. I never thought I'd see the day where it was just, oh, man, Southern and FAMU getting towed out the frame in Florida this weekend. Trey Oliver showed once again why his team is one of the best teams in black college football, 45-7. They went down to brag and didn't care nothing about that lore, that mystic aura about it, nothing. You said to hell with it. 24 first downs in this one for the Eagles. And remember, I got my ass whooped too, Bomb, but so I know how bad it is to get attacked by them Eagles. Y'all remember that show. 8 of 15 on third downs, 2 of 2 on fourth downs, 486 total yards of offense, 291 in the air, Scotty, and 195 on the ground. They did have a turnover by way of an interception. But FAMU, man, tough day offensively. Only 11 first downs, 4 of 12 on third down, 197 yards of total offense, 154 in the air, Scotty, only 43 on the ground. They had 3 turnovers, all by way of interception. We talked about it as the season continued to go on. They put a lot into Thad Franklin Jr. as the running back. Could he be the one to get the running game going? And no, he could not. He's only had 9 carries for 42 yards and a touchdown. Jet Petty, 11 of 26 for 154 yards and 3 touchdowns. But on the other side, Walker Harris for North Carolina Central, efficient, 21 of 27 for 278 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. And Chris Mosley does what Chris Mosley does best, 23 carries, 131 yards, and a touchdown. And Chance Peterson also entering the fold on this 45 with 8 receptions and 104 yards receiving in this ball game. Not much to see here, but a rattler in distress. And you are that rattler in distress.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me?
You.
I knew that was a bad team. I said it was a bad team.
You in distress, though.
I'm not in distress.
Yes, you are. You in distress, just like I'm in distress about my Southern. You would love to see FAMU in a better position right now.
Listen, I've made it very clear. I said I love FAMU, but I wish that FAMU lost all their games so Cozy would get fired. I said that numerous of times. I don't like Cozy. I think Cozy was a bad hire. And I can even go back to the clip, and I want to be very clear about me saying this. I was not mad at OBG for hiring Gibbs. I was not. I said it was a good hire. My only issue was she went against her constituents, and that's going to put you in a bad place with FAMU alums. That's the only reason why I was like, you got to do it a certain way. And she didn't do the proper interviews for other, like she didn't interview Chinnisberry. She didn't interview Trey Oliver. She didn't interview Katie Keaton. She didn't interview Billy Rowe. Like she didn't interview anybody else. She literally was like, hey, you're my guy. I'm picking you. And that's where people had some disdain for her. But I didn't have a problem with the Gibbs hire. I thought his grit, his brashness, I thought it fit FAMU pretty well. But, hey, you get what you get. Now, I
blow this part of the show right here, boy. These ass whoopings hurt, boy. It hurt for me as Southern, Mr. Campbell, and FAMU. I know it hurt for y'all, boy, because, boy, they was talking shit to me. It was all good just a year ago, 2 years ago at FAMU, boy.
It was.
You remember when that AD had, I mean, not the AD, that board, remember that time they was having, I think, the coaching search, and he made sure he told everybody we're not UAPB or Mississippi Valley.
Yeah.
Now look at you.
What are you? Real close. And I saw this on Instagram. I died laughing.
How can you just do what you did to me and then just go live your life like ain't nothing happened? Like, how can you do it, bro? I can't do that. How can you just do what you did to me and then just go live your life like ain't nothing happened? Like, how can you do it, bro? I can't do that.
What did Willie Simmons? What would have took to keep Willie Simmons at Florida A&M? Like, if there was a reality, like, what would it have took? Honestly,
I think it was they shouldn't have fired Gaucher because Gaucher was this guy. You don't fire Gaucher. And Tiffany doesn't. I think Tiffany doesn't disrespect him by not offering him an extension, right? I still think.
Why wasn't an extension offered?
That's on OBG. That's not. I mean, I can't answer that. That's on OBG.
Like, I mean, like there nothing never like did they have bad tension? Like, I mean, it's everybody gone now.
Yeah.
So was there tension between them? Did she feel she had somebody in line to take over? Like, did he just come to them and say, absolutely not? There's nothing that can keep. Like, how did this fall apart? Because I mean, he walked away.
I think it was two parts, right? Because again, one, he did. I think Willie wanted to leave because of just everything that was transpiring at FAMU. And you always want to aspire to do better, right? So that's just, and you know, a lot of jobs from, I'm just telling you from hearsay. This is all hearsay. A lot of jobs that I've heard that Willie was applying for, they all wanted him to have Power 4 experience, right? Not just HBCU experience. So going to Duke was his Power 4 experience. Now, the second part of that is OBG did not offer him a contract extension. She felt like she didn't have to because he hadn't done anything, right? I'm just telling you word on the street. I'm just telling you word on the street, right? That she said he hasn't done enough to deserve an extension. Well, now you disrespect him. He goes out and wins the championship, and then you don't want to pay him what he's worth, and he has to negotiate you. It's like, I don't have to deal with this. So I think at that point, he's just out on the whole situation because when you don't want to work with that person, right? Like, it's just like, if I don't have to work with you, I don't have to work with you. And I can go to Duke and get more money for less headaches. You get what I'm saying? So it all started with Larry Robinson bringing in OBG. If he brings in Angela Suggs the first year and not OBG, I think you get 2 more years out of Willie. I think you get 2 more years. I think you get a back-to-back Celebration Bowl with Willie, and then Willie dips.
I'm still, I guess, you know, when they say it ain't hitting home, it ain't making sense. Like, you didn't give the man a contract extension because you say he had not done anything. Like, what did you want him to do?
That's OBG. I can't answer for OBG.
I guess when it was happening in real time, it seemed like FAMU was going to be all right. As though this something is built, all of this for the next guy, take it and go with it. It's like North Dakota State, right? They just, no matter who is South Dakota, whoever it is, it's just going to be what it's going to be. It seemed like this is what I thought Willie had built the family.
You're right. But the thing is Cozy is an insider. He's an insider that was an outsider. He didn't believe in how Willie ran his team. He didn't like the way. See, how North Dakota State works is there's a blueprint, right? There's a blueprint that, hey, if you follow this blueprint, you will get a Power 4 job or an assistant Power 4 job. Just follow
this. He came and he raced and was like, we're going to do it my way.
We're going to do it my way, right? Because, again, Willie is more of he believes in players. Like, he believes in talent and character. A player told me, Willie said this to the team: there's 2 things I cannot get you out of: murder, sexual assault. Can't get you out of those 2. Everything else, I'm gonna fight for you. Can't get you out of that, right? So, but Cozy isn't that type of guy, right? And I believe, and I'm gonna say this: I believe if Smitty becomes the head coach, I believe if Billy Roll becomes the head coach, I believe if you put Quinn Gray in that position, I think you keep a lot of the core of what FAMU was, of it being a knucklehead haven, right? Like, like FAMU, Florida is different, okay? Like, Florida guys are different. And the way Florida State gets around it is we got so many people to pay on staff that we can keep eyes on everybody. Well, at FAMU, it's a knucklehead haven. So It's more or less like I got to figure out how to manage these guys, and I got to let them get away with some stuff just to make sure they're good to play on the back end. You get what I'm saying? So it's just Florida is just different. And I think Cozy tried to bring in his white preppy boy style at FAMU, and that's not what FAMU is. You have to understand you're getting some rough around the edges kids that he might be doing some extracurricular activities, but as long as he shows up on Saturday and scores me 2 to 3 touchdowns, I'm okay with it.
Because I remember they had the music video in the locker room.
It's
then the North Carolina game, didn't they pull guys off the plane or the bus or whatever before they was getting ready to leave to go play North Carolina that year?
Yeah. But I mean, it was for compliance issue. That was a compliance issue.
But in that athletics?
Yeah, but it wasn't on Willie. That's on the
No, I'm not saying it's on Willie. I'm saying the things Willie was dealing with is he was dealing with the academic side and he was dealing with shit off the field, just like you said, knucklehead shit. Y'all got a motherfucker in the locker room shooting a rap video and ain't saying nothing to nobody and about to get us in trouble.
Yeah, and see, the other thing is, again, Willie gave Cozy the blueprint. All Willie did was any kid that was from Tallahassee that was in the portal, he's pitching you to come home. Just come back. Florida kids hate leaving Florida. Everybody knows that. If you meet a Florida kid outside the state of Florida, they always gonna say, "This ain't Florida. It ain't Florida. It ain't Florida." That's all Willie and Rez was doing. It's like, hey, come back home, because there's only so many. It's not many states you can build a team in the state that can run the table. It ain't too many states that you can do that. Texas, Florida, Georgia, and maybe Louisiana, right? So
talent is there.
You get what I'm saying? So Cozy went against that. He is the black-white guy that nobody can connect with. And that's it. That's just what it is. And again, FAMU, he's not a Florida guy. Like every player I've talked to that has worked with Willie, they be like, listen, the Willie you see out in public and the Willie in the locker room are two different people. They be like, Willie's a real nigga. Like he understands Florida. Like he gets it. But he's really polished, so you get that. Oh, he real professional. Like he can turn it on and turn it off, and that's the benefit of Willie. Cozy is like the dude, like you be snitching. You be snitching. Like you look like Randall. You like the black Randall. Like you be snitching, right? So it's a hard connection thing with that, right? So that's why I said Willie left you a Porsche, and now it's on bricks. It's on cinder blocks. It just is what it is.
And that be what I be asking when you remember this conversation I had when you hire these coaches and you have the evaluation, you say, what does year one look like when you building this program? Well, we're going to go out, we're going to do X, Y, Z. This is our expectations. This is our win count that we're going for in year one. By the time year one is over, this is what we're looking to accomplish. This is what we're looking to build. This is what we're looking to retain. All right, then year two, what does that look like for you as you build this program? Well, year two, X, Y, Z, we're looking to now start to work on the NIL more, facilities, and, trying to increase. Now, year three, all right, by year three, going into year four, now I believe we should be at this point to be able to compete for championships in this league consistently and being able to go out. So I be wondering, what is it when they hire coaches in the SWAC, do ADs literally sit down and have these types of conversations, and then when the year is over, you go through that goal list? You got your goals. What did we accomplish on our goals this year? And you check them out. What did we fall short? So as we build it, I'm evaluating. So by the time I get to year 3 and 4, hey man, in year 1 and 2, you didn't accomplish none of the goals. Matter of fact, we've gone backwards. That's all we need to see. That's enough here. Does that happen? Because to me, I feel like it don't. Maybe I'm speaking on something I don't know, but it seriously just seemed like, hey, whatever you do, dog, figure it out. If it work, it work. If it don't, we're going to have that conversation. I just don't be knowing what's built, though. What's part of the program process when it comes to coaches?
I mean, every team is, every school is different, right? And I look at it in the sense of certain schools have to find their thing in how they fit. I'm going to say this. I don't believe in giving coaches 3 years anymore. I don't believe in that. Like I see what Little Bill is doing at Bethune, but I'm being so honest. The way that the college football landscape is it's a 2-year. If you can't turn around a team in 2 years, I don't know what to like. You can't work for me. You just can't, because at the end of the day, it's not that hard to find talent in the portal. It's really not that hard. You just have to be a great evaluator of talent, especially when you're at these programs like FAMU, Southern, Jackson, Grambling, Prairie View. Like at these top levels, I'm not giving it to you because, again, what happens is this, right? One, you have to have high school, but you also have to have a mixture of transfer portal guys. And the thing that to me is like, if you're trying to build like everybody keeps saying Alabama State is young, they're young, they're young. You don't even know if you're going to have these guys for the next year. That's my point. Is you keep saying, hey, I want to grow these guys. You don't even know if these guys are going to be on your team next year. Everything is year to year with these players. So you have to be in a mindset of, okay, I got to be able to get some core guys that can really rock with me, or I can really pour into, and hopefully they stay with me for the next 1 or 2 years. But turnover is so critical in transfer, and you just got to manage it, because people say, well, we're losing our players. So is everybody else.
You know what I believe is happening, though? I think the transfer portal, in my opinion, are making the coaches lazy for the plug and play, and it's getting away from the development of players. Because even when you get a guy in, you're looking at what the potential of this guy, of a former 4-star, former 3-star. Well, when he get there, you're just going to go off that talent of what he was formerly, of what he was rated on. What are you doing to develop to help improve his game? Or is he going out there just off raw talent, going to make plays and do what he going to do? And I think you see that mostly for sure with the quarterback position in this league. And for me, it's like, are you going to live and die with the transfer portal? Because in the process, you're talking about that 1 and 2 year guy. But I think that's what makes North Carolina Central successful in what you see right now. Being able to return guys who have waited and played behind guys that were ahead of them. They're still playing it by the way of what football teams did before the transfer portal. There was a guy ahead of you. He was an all-conference. He was better than you. You stayed behind, and you learned, and you worked, and you developed. And when that guy moved on, now as a junior and a senior, here's your time to shine. That's program building. That's culture building. That's getting guys to buy into the program and the process. And especially on this level, it ain't always about the money on this level, because everybody ain't got no money to give. But at the same time, it's about showing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. I agree with you. I think there has to be a balance, right? So what I'm saying is this. You can't just say my team is young. You can't say that. Like, that's no excuse. It's just not an excuse.
I can take that in year one. Like, I just came in. We just recruited. Hey, I'm building the foundation. Here go one of our largest high school recruiting classes. We're going to be developing these guys over the next 2-3 years, as we're also hitting the transfer portal for key positions to plug and play now.
That's my issue, is that I don't think people are – the problem that I have is if you're going to get high school kids, that's fine, right? Get your high school kids. But at the same time is you need to be looking at D2 kids. You need to be looking at D3 kids. Like, you got to start finding some young guys at the D2 and D3 levels that have played, that have some statistics, and move them up, because all they want, their only dream is to play Division I football.
And I think one of the biggest problems that the drop-off happens, you may get the transfer guy, but then we start to talk about depth. And that's something I think people don't typically pay attention to or acknowledge a lot. It's the depth of your team, especially when you got to go start digging deep for O linemen. You got to start digging deep for D linemen on your own bench, so there won't be a drop-off when those guys are rotating in and out of the game trying to catch a breath. And we all know in the trenches, it's easy for a guy to tear a knee or pull something, so you got to have that depth. What do you do? And that's what I'm saying, recruiting those guys and developing so you can have the depth. Your depth just can't be solely out the transfer portal every year.
And that, my thing is this. I go get my ballers out the portal, and I use the high school and JUCO ranks to get my depth, right? Like that's where I get my depth from. Because again, the D2 quarterback that is balling at Ole Miss right now, like that's what I'm saying. Like, there's talent if you just look, because the way that the recruiting thing is everybody's being bumped down, right? That's how you have a Travis Terrell going to Jackson and not going to Mississippi State or whatever, because it's like, yeah, he could have went there, but he probably wouldn't have started. He probably wouldn't have had the opportunity to get the playing time that he wanted, but he's a high-level talent. Now he touched the field at Jackson. He's an All-American this, All-American that. So if he wants to jump in the portal, he's going to get more money. My thing is this: go find those talented high school kids, right? Get your depth, but you gotta you gotta hit these D3, D2 NAIA schools. You gotta hit them up, because at the end of the day, you gotta get guys who've played on the field. I'm tired of seeing clipboard warriors trying to be starters.
You know, Arkansas's athletic director, when he got in front of the media after they fired Sam Pittman, he discussed that part of the recruiting, saying, you know, in this world today, and Penn State's athletic director did it as well after they fired Franklin, James Franklin, saying, in this world of the transfer portal, there is no excuse. But what we have to do is get somebody in here with a staff that's actually going to do their homework on the guys in the portal and not just get caught up over a guy's name and formally what he was.
Yeah.
We got to do our homework. So we got to put money to make sure we are scouting these guys at its highest level around. And I think, unfortunately, for these schools, they're not truly scouting these guys. They're taking them for face value. Then it's like buying that car off the used car lot. It's a Mercedes. Oh, I always wanted a Mercedes. You get it, you test drive it, it's good. It's, hey, this thing good. You know what? Let me get it. It's a Mercedes I got off the used car lot. You drive it home, you bought it. The next day, you hear a rattling sound. Then a day after that, the check engine light come on.
Oh, gotta let it go.
Then the next day after that, it wobble when you drive.
Oh, Jesus.
Then the next day after that, you know what? You find out it don't even go in reverse no more. Then the day after that, it's leaking oil. Well, on face value, when I test drive it and I looked at it, but you didn't know, as the old folks say, you didn't do your due diligence.
Yeah.
You didn't dig deeper than what you was able to see on the outside. You didn't really evaluate what it was you was getting, because it was over your head. You didn't say to think to ask to check the fluids in. What was this and what was that? Was the last time the motor was? You didn't think that it just, I was caught up over it being a Mercedes and I wanted it so bad and it drove good in the test drive. But here come the problem. Guess what? When you take it back to the dealership, what they say?
Not my problem.
All sales are final, bro. And we're not looking to buy it back.
Right there,
yeah, I don't even want to buy it back. That's your problem now.
Yeah.
I hope that works, because in my mind, that's what's happening in the transfer portal for a lot of these schools. They're getting caught up in face value of what a guy was rated and what he was. Because like you say, when you go and look at the guy, all you're doing, you watching highlights of what? Practice. Or you got to go back and watch what a guy did in high school, and he in 3 different colleges at this point, and we're still talking about the former 4-star.
Yeah, I think the thing for me that, like, when you start, like, it has to start and end with Jackson and how they recruit, right? Because I look at it like last year, all their defensive players left. All their top, Guthrie, Robert, Wiggins, all their Jeremiah stayed. He has another year. Ashton, they developed. I believe he's a walk-on. Pulliam was a transfer guy. Hawkins was a transfer guy. Quincy was a transfer guy. Nobles last year was a transfer guy. Like, they had transfer. That whole defense was literally plug-and-play portal guys.
Jackson State?
Yes.
But don't it give you the feeling that they did their homework on those guys?
They had to, because they're and they fit their scheme, like Cam Silas, a transfer guy, right? So they found a way to find guys that fit what they like to do. And realistically, and Zay could probably speak to this, the only real guys that have stayed are the offensive guys. Jeremiah is developed by Jackson. Jinsey has stayed. Ahmad was a freshman when he got there. Travis was a freshman when he got there. And most of the offensive guys were all freshmen, like Dupree, or I think Dupree might be a transfer, but like a sophomore transfer, a young transfer, right? Nathan's a transfer, Shamar's a transfer, right? Like they have a good mixture of high school and portal, but that defense is a portal frenzy back there, and they're balling their ass off, right? So, but my thing is, again, I look at it is in the sense of if they're like the beacon, it's like, okay, so everybody else is missing. Everybody else is missing, like, or you just don't know how to evaluate talent. It's
and I think it goes back to what we was talking about when I said when athletic directors hire coaches and they're asking year 1, year 2, year 3. I want to know your philosophy. I want to know what our identity is going to be. So when we going out looking for talent, we identifying talent, like you just said, to fit specifically what we're doing.
Yep.
And that's what we're building from now on. This is what we're doing. A lot of these coaches just grabbing and going whatever they can, and that talent is not necessarily fitting what they're trying to do because they're not known. They don't have an identity. Every year you just building the team, you're not building the program. Does that make sense?
I agree. And see, the thing that you have to identify with Jackson is like, okay, Cam Silas might not be the best cover guy, but goddamn, he'll come up and hit you. You know what I'm saying? You get like somebody has to do something elite. That is my issue with the talent evaluation. Players are going to have, and players are going to have flaws. Every player is going to have a flaw in their game. No player is perfect at the FCS level. You won't really find any, right? But is your strength, can I exacerbate your strength? Can I make your strength so good as a coach that you won't even see the flaw? And that is what Torrenzo Quinn does really well defensively, is that my guys my secondary guys, they're not the best cover guys. But what they will do is they all will come up and hit. They all will tackle, right? Like my linebackers, they're not the best in space. They're not the best covering, tight ends or whatever. But what they will do is they will come down and hit you. They will plug and play. They will stick their nose in it. And too many times when I'm looking across from the Alabama State game, I got a safety that doesn't want to meet the fullback in the hole. Like, what are you doing? You not wanting to put your shoulder into the fullback or into the lead blocker for this pulling play just messed up the whole play. It messes up the whole defense because you want to pity pat and you don't want to come in like a man possessed and hit somebody, right? So again, that's just great talent evaluating to say, hey, this kid plays like a missile. I'm not going to put him out in the corner. I'm going to put him at strong safety. And, son, I'm going to have you play downhill.
You know what else is important to that? When you evaluating talent, everybody get caught up into the highlights. You know what the highlights are? It's all your best plays.
Yeah.
But what about the player, aside from the highlights, the mistakes? You got to see what kind of mistakes this player. You may have a running back that can run his ass off, but what is he like in pass blocking? You may have a receiver that you feel can run his routes, but is he out there? Can he block on the outside when you're trying to extend and go around the perimeter on the outside? Can he be what you need in order to open up that lane? It's the stuff that you don't see, and I think a lot of times we get so caught up in the highlights, we don't realize you got to watch the player's full game because guess what? If you don't, those faults that you didn't pay attention to, they start to show and rear their ugly head when you get that player with all this hype on your team. And you didn't realize, hey, we should have watched his full film. We just watched the highlights. He got more flaws than he does, goddamn, the good in him. So now we're dealing with most of the flaws, and the flaws are costing us penalties. The flaws is costing us big times in the game where we could have moved and we could have did. The flaws are outweighing the good that you're getting from the play. And I think a lot of times we get caught up in the highlights and we don't watch the full film to make sure what is this player not good at. So that's where the coaching comes in at.
Yeah.
That's where the development comes in at. This kid is good at this, but he's not a good passer. So we need to develop and work him. Now his game is elevating. That's how we're getting that kid to be better. That's the side of it that I think coaches aren't doing, in my opinion. I think they're caught into the highlights and they're not watching the full to realize the development to help extend that player's game.
Let's get it moving. All right. Once again. Again, I have
good week for you.
Back to back.
It wasn't, it wasn't so bad for me. 9-3, not bad, but
I missed on Andrew, and who else I missed on? Was it Grambling?
You went Grambling with me?
Yeah, and Andrew.
Yeah.
And you missed on Howard, right? The Sacred Heart game.
Yeah, Sacred Heart beat Howard.
I told you 3-0. I told you they 3-0 in the MEAC. Man, again. Jesus. Running away.
No, nigga, it ain't running away. You just up by 3. Don't start showing out.
Running away.
Don't do this in front of the friends, man. Don't do this in front of the folks now. Don't act.
All right, real quick. NCAT loses homecoming in South Carolina State. Oh man, that was actually a really good game. NCAT was up like 9-0 for a good little minute, and South Carolina State made their push back. What you got on the P?
Closer than what we expected.
Yeah.
So I give an effort to NCAT for trying. This could have been very bad. I'm not gonna give any stats. We just gonna say you lost homecoming. Wasn't it their homecoming?
Yeah, it was their homecoming.
You lost homecoming, but you tried. You at least swung. You at least swung. So.
Your mama's alma mater, they came out on the dub, but gave Westgate Community College 10 points, Barry. How you feel?
You let them folks score on you and kick a field goal on you. I don't give a damn at what point they got it in the game. You give up nothing. ESPN didn't even recognize this game. Go look for this game. Where did you find this score to this game at?
Oh, I went on MEAC.org and
they in the SWAC.
Oh, I'm sorry.
UAPB.
I went on SWAC. I Google like SWAC Week 7 scores recap, and they give you like a graphic. So my bad. Yeah.
Once
I was looking at Norfolk. My bad.
Once again, I tell people, don't schedule Westgate. Your fans had more fun in the parking lot, and they didn't come into the stadium. Okay, you may have had your home side, but you had an end zone that was empty, and you had your visitor side where your side is your stadium. So, and that was empty. I can remember the days of a UAPB homecoming. All of that was packed out. But I know when the game is not good, when you see that end zone and the end zone is empty, because people didn't give a damn. This game was over with before it started.
Yeah.
I think it was 28-0 with 7 minutes in the first quarter. It wasn't no SWAC. I thought the bottom line was to give your fans a good opponent and a reason to buy tickets and come into the stands.
I said the touchdown was in the first quarter. Dang. With the starters. They scored on your starters.
So, UAPB, you ain't going to get nowhere making money scheduling Westgate for homecoming. You in the SWAC, schedule a SWAC opponent, get a SWAC team in there, give your fans for the one game that they will show up at home, give them a SWAC game so they'll all leave the parking lot and go buy tickets and go into the game, because at the end of the day, what's the bottom line?
The football game.
Tickets and asses in them seats. You ain't making no money in the parking lot when I didn't have to park in it and I can walk around. So get the people in the stands. Next year, schedule somebody in the SWAC and get the people a SWAC experience. This right here make people don't want to go in the game because they like, all you hear, it said, man, we ain't going in this shit. It's 28-0 already. And if you trying to give your coach a win, pick another day.
That's fact.
You got to play and win SWAC games anyway, so what's the problem for playing it for homecoming? You got to do it anyway. You giving the alumni fluff when they see 79-10, you just got your ass whooped 55-7. I'm trying to figure out where the balance is. Like, how does it go this way? Like, like, does that not confuse you, Scotty?
Honestly, I don't even care. It's UAPB.
I don't care no more. Let's move on. I'm sorry.
I know. I know you Arkansas. Your mama went there. I get it.
Because they be selling for mediocre shit, and I just be, I be trying to get UAPB the head, but it's like always an excuse why they got to do something the way that they do it. And it's like, that's not helping the brand. That's not helping you marketing. That's not helping you grow your fan base. That's not helping you build your football team. Like, bro, this ain't helping you when you look across the other side of the field and everybody on the goddamn football field, and it's probably about 7 more guys on the sideline that they got over there besides the coaches. They ain't got no depth. This ain't helping you build your program. 79-10 is fool's gold. You can't sell that to nobody. So.
All right, next up. Norfolk gets a schlocking from Wofford, 31-14. Michael Vick loses another one. It could
Hey,
go
boy. Hey.
over in conference.
I've been off. I told you last week, don't play that behold on me no more. We done here. Nope, don't you do it. Don't you do it. They done. That button is done until they win another game.
They could go over. They could go over. That's all I'm saying.
Boy, they sad. Wow.
Hey, Perry, your boy Mike came in here with the Valley. The same issue I have at Valley. Yeah, okay.
Nigga, you ain't got no issues at Valley. You don't. Every week they be on the jump off list, and you ain't not once came and defended Valley. But when we do that HBCU top 5, you letting us know why JSU should be number 1.
Oh man,
Mike know better than that. Don't play around, Mike. You a Valley guy. You from out the Delta, man. Support your school. When is Valley homecoming? Is it this weekend? Support your school, Mike.
Oh man.
At least I be trying to give UAPB some love. Mike just treat Valley like they just a little ugly step kid.
Who wins, Norfolk or Southern? Oh, I'm definitely going Norfolk.
If 14, they can score 14. Shit, we can score 14. It may end in a tie.
Oh, Norfolk probably gonna put about 20 something on y'all.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take
that game will come down to a field goal or some silly shit. 15-13, 13-10.
15-13.
Yeah, something silly. That's what, and they'll miss the field goal.
I would love to see that, by the way. A Norfolk and Southern game. Yeah, I would love to see that.
Where you want that game played at?
We
can play it in Indianapolis at the Circle City
Classic.
Classic.
I'm good on that.
That ain't by you?
I'm good on that. I'll take a home and home.
No, you come to Indianapolis. We can play it in Indianapolis.
No.
That's far from you.
I'm sick and I'm no home and home, man. Vic at Southern with the light show and the fireworks. I want that. Miss Campbell said ATL. I mean, it's not that bad. I think that's not bad. That's not bad. That's better. Because
I guess I said because Norfolk had already played before in Indianapolis that year. They played North Carolina Central. So we can play that joke in Chicago.
Dog, why are you trying to go up Midwest, bro?
We need some fucking football players. We got to go somewhere and recruit too.
Then get y'all ass out and go recruit. But nobody want to be in Chicago to watch that game. Bring it back.
We'll go to Southern. We'll go to Chicago. You don't want to go to Chicago to watch the game. We'll go to Detroit. We'll go to Indianapolis. We'll go to Chicago.
Can we make it feasible for Norfolk fans, please? Can we make it feasible for Norfolk?
Norfolk, that's what I'm saying. They already played in Indianapolis the other year.
And they probably didn't show up there either.
I'll play them in the Circle City Classic.
Home and home or in Atlanta. All right. Dale State absolutely keeps on going. That's all Deshaun Jackson knows how to do is win, baby. Dale State demolishes Southern Connecticut University 70-23. I mean, when you got 3 running backs to go over 100 yards, you are running the damn rock. What you got, P?
I ain't got nothing, man. Look, big win for Dale State every week. They find a way to make you happy, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. Shout out to Deshaun Jackson. Shout out to that coaching staff doing amazing things. Man, Texas. I'm about to say Tennessee State. Lord have mercy. Texas Southern goes into the hole and pulls out the victory. KJ Cooper, 11-20, 89 yards, a touchdown and interception. Athian Renfro, 18 carries, 152 yards and a touchdown. Grambling, 20 and another loss. What you got, P?
For Texas Southern from now on, so you won't get confused, you got to put the big T and a little X next to it.
Yeah.
Then that because I get confused sometimes too. But how about Grambling losing at home in the hole today? And what I heard Coach Mickey Joseph in the SWAC coaches call today, he said he apologized to the Grambling fans. I know what you showed up for. I know what y'all was prepared to do. You wanted a win, and we didn't give it. And Texas Southern won this game. Now, did you see the end on how this thing all came together?
No, I didn't.
Texas Southern got a first down. Grambling had a timeout left coming to the 2-minute warning. Grambling challenges the spot. I think it was third and I think it would have been fourth down, perhaps. I think they converted from a 3rd and 8 and got down and got the first. And Grambling challenges, but it comes to find out Texas Southern, when you looked at it, actually got the yardage. So, you know, maybe this to get back for when they stole the game from Kentucky State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. So they had a timeout. They converted the first down. They couldn't use the timeout?
Texas Southern converted the first down, and Grambling challenged to try to see the spot because they thought Texas Southern was short. Because if Texas Southern was short, I think it would have brought up fourth down.
Okay.
And coming up on a 2-minute warning. So Grambling would have had the 2-minute warning and a timeout in their back pocket.
So what happened after they got the spot?
There was a first down Texas Southern. Grambling lost the timeout, and that's the ball game.
They lost the timeout for the challenge?
Because they didn't win the challenge.
But in college, you use timeouts for challenges?
You don't.
That's in the NFL. Like the NFL. Now, okay, so usually what happens is a coach can call a timeout and then ask the ref to, hey, check the spot. Or before, they run the play, say, hey, can we get a measurement? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm confused. So they use the timeout to tell the ref to challenge the spot.
To get the spot, and it did not work out.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
Texas Southern got the first down, and that was the ball.
And then they just took knees. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and it happens, a 1-point game. Texas Southern won it. So they did the measurement, and that was all she wrote.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a tough one for Grambling.
Oh, I didn't know you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's just tough. All right. Next up. Homecoming, Alabama A&M. Listen, started off. Valley came out the gate strong, but they kind of tailed off. A&M got hot. Eric Hanley got hot and started throwing it around the yard. And they pulled away at the end. What you got, P?
I got nothing for this one. Happy homecoming, Alabama A&M. Did what you're supposed to do against Valley.
It's funny. This is the one time I got all the names right. I made sure I double checked. All right, Sacred Heart 32, Howard 14. They are 3-0 against the MEAC. If there's one school I am calling to join, it would be Sacred Heart today. Jack Snyder, 11 of 18 and 147 a touchdown. Mitchell Summers, freshman running back, 18 carries, 243 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Howard, 14 points. Tariq Starks, 11 of 21, 80 yards. Anthony Regan, 17 carries, 116 yards. They pull it out again. Sacred Heart is 3-0 in the MEAC.
I don't know who Howard is. I don't know who they are. I just don't. At this point, good luck when Halloween get here.
Yeah, that's pretty much fair. All right, last but not least, game of the year. Alabama State 34, Jack State 41. Andrew Bosey. Wow. Andrew Body goes for 20 of 30 with 349 yards, a touchdown, interception. Jacoby Morgan, 16 of 23, 187 yards, four touchdowns, and an interception. What you got, P?
Man, I was here. I was there. I saw this game. It went back and forth. What's the kid number 6? Is it Quincy Ivory?
What's up?
Quincy Ivory?
Yes, number 6. 38. I'm sorry, 38, 34. I messed that number all the way up. My bad. Go ahead.
I'm a big fan of him. Defensively, he was all over the place. He's nasty. He's physical. He has a presence. He caused a turnover in this ball game.
Oh, no, stop real quick. ESPN has him down for 4 touchdowns. Take that up with ESPN. I can pull it up right now, so shut that shit down. ESPN has him for 4 touchdowns. Take it up with ESPN. Go ahead, P.
What's your problem?
Everybody, 5. Talk to ESPN. ESPN got him down for 4. So fix your SID, fix your scoring. That ain't got shit to do with me. They say 4, I say 4. Period. Okay, go ahead.
Well, what I did like about this game, it was the battle of the 2 best quarterbacks in this conference, Andrew Body, Jacoby, and Morgan. It was a huge atmosphere because it was homecoming in Jackson, Mississippi. It was electric. Just the vibes was there. Not only was the vibe there, just looking at the back and forth. Defenses stepped up in this game, creating turnovers. It was physical. You saw the pushing, the shoving. just everything about it was championship atmosphere football. And I thought it was a great game and a great game that came down to the end on the 2-yard line, Scotty. But a moment that I thought defined this game, and I will say, and it was for me, Eddie Robinson on the offensive side when they scored and they made the game 24-20. So at the time, I think it was, what if they needed the field goal? I wanted them to go for 2, so it would have made it 20-25. I think it was 20-23. They kicked the field goal and made it 20-24. I wanted them to go for an extra point. To go for the 2-point conversion there, because I thought you want to go back and forth with Jackson State, but you don't want to have to force yourself to be in a position to have to go toe-to-toe having to score a touchdown against Jackson State. And if time comes down to it, you can kick a field goal and give yourself time with extra time and overtime. But in this game, Alabama State elected after they scored to kick the extra point. Regardless, to me, had you kicked the extra point or went for 2 and you didn't get it, you still needed a touchdown anyway. But had you went for 2 and got it on that back end, driving down the field on that last drive, you didn't have to go for the touchdown. You could have kicked the field goal and went overtime and had a better matchup for yourself to restart. I think that was the most pivotal point in the game for me that cost Alabama State. Even though it was back and forth, both teams forced turnovers defensively, but I just think that was the turning point in the game that Bama State had to score anyway. So if you didn't get it, you still would have had to score. But if you got the 2-point conversion, you would have gave yourself an opportunity to kick a field goal to send it into overtime. I think that was pivotal. I think that was key in costing them in this game.
So let me get this. I want to be right. So they would have had 27. So if he goes for 2 and doesn't get it, it puts him at 33, right? They come down. They would have been at.
They got 27. If they had got the 2-point conversion, it would have been 28.
No, I'm talking about the last touchdown. They should have went for 2. That's my personal opinion. The last touchdown that put them up to 34, they should have gone for 2 then. Because remember, the go-ahead touchdown by Andrew, that's where they should have went for 2. That's my personal opinion. Right? Because if your go-ahead gets you to 34, that at that time it was 31. It was 31 to 34. Mm-hmm. No. It was 31.
The score was 31-20. Jackson State was up, and then Bama State scored. It was 31-26, and they kicked the field goal and made it 31-27.
The next one they should have went for 2. That's the one they should have went for 2.
That put him up 34-31.
Yes, that they should have went for 2 then. That would have been 35-31. And when Jackson comes down and does the 7 points, now they're 38-35. I would have taken it during that moment instead of him doing the touchdown before that moment, because you haven't stopped them all day outside of that fumble. Once you go up with the go-ahead, then you're at 35, and now Jackson's at 38 coming back down, and everything you said plays out. You go down, and now you don't have to score a touchdown. You only got to kick a field goal, and you go into overtime, and you figure it out from there of how that stuff works. So, but
I think to me, that was the biggest moment of the game, not going for 2 points. I think that hurt. You had nothing to lose right there. You had to score a touchdown, and you had to score a touchdown if you didn't get it. But if you got it, you put yourself in a better position. I think in an atmosphere like that, that's one of the ones when you roll the dice and say, shit, what we got to lose right here?
Let me see. Let me do this right. So they go up 34. No, because it was 31.
I can tell you the whole breakdown. In the fourth quarter, Jackson State was winning 24-20. Bama State scored and made it, Jackson State scored, made it 31-20. Bama State scored, and then the score went to 31-27.
Yeah, and then they got the fumble, and then they scored again.
34-31.
Yeah, so if you go down, I see what. So the people are saying if you don't get the 2-point conversion, then a field goal beats you. If you do If you do get it, then you go up a field goal.
It would have been 31-28 instead of 31-27. So you still got yourself down by 3, is what I'm saying.
No, what I'm giving you both. I'm giving you both scenarios. If they don't get it, then a field goal beats you. Am I not correct on that?
No, because if it's 31-27, they kick the extra point, so it was 31-26. If they go for 2, you make it 31-28. Right? They scored another touchdown after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would have made it 35. So when Jackson State went up to score and made the game 38, it would have been 38-35. So on your last drive,
you would have had to do a field goal.
A field goal ties the game and sends it to overtime where you didn't have to have the pressure to get into the end zone. And when they was able to call that timeout on the 2-yard line, shit, you could have kicked the field goal there and say, hey, let's take our chance. But I know what they did. They didn't have nothing left in that situation. But I would have took my chance for a field goal into overtime by going for that too, because you still had to score anyway, had you made it or not made it, because you kicked the extra point. Made yourself down by 4.
I'll say this. I don't hindsight being 2020, I don't trust anything in that situation from Chris Barnett.
Really?
Because I didn't like the play call on the goal line. I didn't like it. Right. So
last play,
I hated it. Absolutely hated it. I thought it was the worst play call in the world. Right.
I don't even know. Did that look did that look like that was a play that was drew up on the sideline? To me, it looked like Andrew Body was going to try to run it in, and it closed up, and he just dumped it off to anybody that was over there. That didn't quite look like a design play to me.
Okay, so here's the play, right? So now this is the part that gets people, right? Now, people are saying, one coach says, Andrew takes the wrong angle on the speed option. He takes the wrong angle because he's supposed to be going inside of Quincy Ivory, right there, right, to force Quincy to squeeze down. He takes it too wide, and that
he let the linebacker number 3.
And then Ashton Taylor does a great job of getting there and shutting it down, right? So again, Body takes the wrong angle on this speed option, right? So he's supposed to go. He goes too flat. He's supposed to attack the DN, right? That's a part of the play. But I don't like the play call regardless, because to me, this is the part that bothers me. I call a timeout. I go up to Andrew and I simply tell Andrew 1 or 2. I say, Andrew, you got us here. Take us home. It's QB power. It's QB power. It's not even close. It's either QB power or it's a slant to Jalen Jones off this bunch trip side. But we're going downhill. And this is the thing that people got to understand. If you run, people was like, oh, Scotty, it's an overload. That's fine. If I go QB power with this guy leading, then it's one-on-one with Ashton. He got to make Ashton miss and give me 2 yards.
You got the whole right hash. Why do you limit yourself to the short side of the field when you got the whole other side of the field wide open to design something? I mean, you got the whole side of the field, bro.
Got the whole world in his hands.
In your hands.
In the hands. So to me, listen, at the end of the day, it's not even close what quarterback was better, in my personal opinion, right? Like, if you can, I'll give you the 5 touchdowns by Jacoby and Morgan. I'll give you that. But nobody had to do more for their team to keep them in this game than Andrew Body. That's why he's the best. That's why he's the better quarterback, right?
Man, when Jackson State needed a play, Jacoby and Morgan took that offense down the field and threw the touchdown that you needed. He put the team, regardless if he had the weapons. Body got weapons around him. It ain't like he just came in. He ain't LeBron on the Cleveland Cavaliers in his first stint. This is not that. That was him at Texas.
It's not the same. It's not the same. I'll give you.
It may not be the same.
I'll give you.
He got to cast the players around him. When Jackson State and Jacoby and Morgan, when Jackson State needed Jacoby and Morgan to make a play, he took them down the field and threw a game-winning touchdown. That's big.
But that's not how the game worked out. The game didn't work out like that. What I'm saying is this: the Nathan Rimbar, listen, the Nathan Rimbar throw was an absolute strike. It was a dot.
It was three defenders right
I'm telling
there.
you, it's a dot. I'm giving you that. I'm telling you, it's a dot. It was a dot. My issue is he was allowed to run the ball. They literally would matric. That's why his passing yards isn't wild numbers, because they ran the ball down the field. He gets into the red zone and they throws a touchdown. Like, okay, that's great. But it's not
doing. You're knocking Jacoby and Morgan for winning the game and putting.
I'm not knocking him for. I'm just saying he didn't. If you swap quarterbacks, this isn't even a combat.
We're not doing that though. We're doing what was
better
played on
quarterback
the field.
had to do more for his team to even be in this game.
Man, there ain't nobody arguing that. At the end of the day, if Andrew Body throws the game-winning touchdown here, he's the better quarterback. He wins.
It's not only. Listen. If his coach calls this is what his coach put him in, and the coach fucked it up for him.
I would have audibled out of it then. God damn it, this
you don't know what he's given. You don't know the luck. You don't know the leeway that he's given.
Man, okay, that's what I'm saying. That quarterback, bright light, big moment, it ain't knocking Andrew Body at all. But what I'm saying is Jacoby and Morgan made the play when they back was up against the wall, and it looked like Bama State had came back and was finna win this game and upset them at homecoming. Jacoby and Morgan made, and then for that game when it was the toughest throw, it was in triple coverage, and he threw it straight to Rimper for the touchdown. That's what you wanted out of the quarterback, to say, I got this. Don't worry, we down. Don't worry, I'll back up against the wall. Again,
Andrew gets you down 50 seconds on the 1 yard line, and the coach calls a speed option to the boundary. What are we talking about?
At the end of the day,
the player does everything he's supposed to do to get you in a position to win. If any coach, dog, every coach that hit my phone told me this was the worst play call possible. Every coach that I've had, the only coach that agreed with this was Coach Cole. That's the only coach that agreed with this was Coach Cole. Every other coach I've talked to said, you don't run this play. You don't run this play in the situation that you're in, nor do you run it to the short side because of the odds. It lessens the odds of it being in a good situation, a favorable situation for you. Ashton Taylor made a great play.
That's why he looked better. They had better play calling. And the play calling worked for him. And he made the play when it worked.
So
when they dialed it up.
So that's why I say Andrew had to play against Jackson, and he had to play against his own coaching staff.
So what? That's football, man.
So what?
You can't sit there and cry about that.
I'm not crying. All I'm saying is
period. He lost the game.
Everybody knows that. I'm not saying he didn't. What I'm saying is he was the better player. He was the better player, and it's not even close.
Because he had to scramble and extend plays.
Because he had to do that. Jacobian rarely had to do that. Rarely.
He
was able to just hand the ball off time and time and time and time again. Andrew was not. He had to put the game on his back and put his team in a situation to even be in this game. If Alabama State doesn't have Andrew Body, this is a blowout. And it's not even
Morgan had a longer run in this game than Andrew Body did with his leg.
The fuck what?
I'm just saying, you asked
Alabama State defense was bad anyway. Everybody knew Alabama State defense was bad.
Nobody's knocking Andrew Body, bro.
Everybody is knocking Andrew Body. That's the problem.
Nobody knocking you. Creating that narrative. Ain't nobody knocking.
Everybody's knocking Andrew Body. That is the problem.
Everybody's not knocking Andrew Body. Everybody walked away from that game saying, "God damn."
No, they didn't. They couldn't have. They couldn't have, because that's not the narrative. That's not the narrative going around. You might.
Where is that at?
It's everywhere.
No, it's not. Andrew Body is respected. Anybody that walked away from that game said, "Bro, dude, a hell of a ball play." Ain't nobody knocking Andrew Body.
Okay.
Everybody who watched that game he got all the respect from everybody.
Okay.
Ain't nobody knocking them.
Okay.
You creating that they knocked them.
No,
to
I'm
make
not.
It sound like
I'm not creating that. I'm not creating that. I'm not creating it.
Bro, ain't nobody saying Andrew Body not a good quarterback.
Okay, if you say so.
That's one of them games where literally when you walked away, it was like, damn, I could take an L. That was a damn good game, bro.
Okay, Barry. Okay. That's not the consensus. That's all I'm saying. It's not the consensus.
I just want to know who is he? Who's saying that? A&M fans?
Who you think saying it, Perry?
Alabama A&M fans?
You think that's the ones that saying it?
Because they got the Classic coming up. They feel like we ain't playing. They ain't playing
really
against nobody.
You really think they the ones saying it?
Man, if you was in that stadium, Jackson State or Alabama State fan or any fan, bro, you saw what that was, bro. That was what they used to call an ESPN Instant Classic. You can walk away from that game with body even losing and saying, hey, man, you're going to have a hell of a rest of the year. You're a damn good quarterback. I can't take nothing from you. That's what you take away from that.
I'm telling you, that's not what was taken away. But I'll listen, whatever position you want to say it in, that's cool. But that's not the narrative going around.
But you know what? You got that video for me, even though the Classic is coming up. That means Alabama A&M and Alabama State coming up. And this is what I feel like.
I ain't trying to be no dog catcher.
You got to start
Why not?
over.
George Clinton was a dog catcher.
Because I feel like now the assignment is there.
I ain't trying to be no dog catcher. Why not? George Clinton was a dog catcher.
No, he wasn't.
Sure he was. That's why he said, do the dog catcher, dog catcher. I don't even like dogs. That's the beauty of it. I grab a dog, and I choke him, and I kick the shit out of him. And I all day long, I foot up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
That's what A&M got next. They got to deal with a bulldog. Jackson State already whooped that bulldog ass.
No, I wouldn't. If Andrew went to Jackson State, I wouldn't root for him.
You what?
Nope.
Let's just move on from this topic here. We'll be here.
I'm just keeping it a buck. I wouldn't root for him. And if I'm being honest, I don't think there's any benefit for him coming back to Alabama State. I would tell him to leave. I would tell him to leave Alabama State. Real talk. He can go any other school. He can go to Southern, I'll root for him. He can go to FAMU, I'll root for him. He can go to A&M, I'll root for him. He can go Grambling, Prairie View, I'll root for him. I wouldn't root for him.
Man, that was a damn good game at the end of the day. They both played their hearts out, man. Look, Jackson State made the play. When the bright lights on the big stage and it's time for your brand with everybody watching to give everybody what they came to see and what they wanted was a dub, Jackson State got it. That's why their brand right now is the hottest in Black college football. That's why they continue to move the way that they do. They have created what they wanted there. That is a program that is winning. It's a program with the fan support. And, man, let me tell you who be really into it. Have you ever seen Ashley Robinson at these games?
Yeah, I saw a couple times on the sideline. He
harasses the fuck out of a referee.
Yeah.
Oh, what they say? He hard on a bitch. Hey, he hard on a referee. God,
I seen it a couple times on the side. Let me explain to you my premise of why. First of all, I don't think if you're a decent quarterback, you shouldn't want to play in the SWAC. It should not be your goal to stay in the SWAC because and let me be very clear what I'm saying. If you have hopes to playing in the NFL, right? If you're just a college quarterback, that's fine, right? But if your own aspirations, I'm just speaking to an individual. If your own aspirations are to play in the NFL, you should not stay in the SWAC. You should not stay in the SWAC. And that's all my premise is. So if a guy wants to just be a college quarterback and he's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like Jacoby Morgan, if he wins another championship and he becomes Jackson State's all-time great, whatever, okay, cool, whatever, fine. That's his legacy. That's where it's fine. I'm cool with that. Right? But the SWAC doesn't play good enough competition, nor are the stats gaudy enough to warrant you to stay if your aspirations, right, is to go to the next level. So to me, it's like you got to get what you can. If you're an elite quarterback, you throw for 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 yards. You got to get what you can, get your experience, and get gone. The same way Shedeur did, the same way any other quarterback in the SWAC, because people love to bring up Tavares Jackson. You're not getting any of those anytime soon. You're not. You're just not, right? the way people look at the conference for quarterbacks. Now, again, I want to be very clear. Quincy Ivory, I would tell Quincy Ivory to stay at Jackson and dominate, because you'll get your look, right? Because skilled players get that look. Running backs, Trey Holly, DBs, wide receivers, you'll get your look if you're an elite talent at the skill position, right? Quarterbacks, you got to get gone, because the only thing that is going to help you is you going up against better competition and showing scouts that you can make those type of throws. Tyler Hankey went to the NFL from ODU, right? Got an undrafted, stays in a couple camps and stuff like you just gotta you gotta figure your route out. But again, if you have aspirations to play in the NFL as a quarterback, you gotta get out the SWAC. The MEAC is a little iffy because they play Power 5 competition. They have better schedules that you show yourself up against better talent. But SWAC wise, got to go. But if you're a skill player like Quincy or a linebacker or whatever, just dominate. Stay and dominate. Do your thing. And hope and get invited to a bowl or something like that. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, there ain't no quarterbacks from this level going up. I mean, Shedeur Sanders, that was it. Name me another quarterback that moved up.
I'll say this. I think,
and I guess I'm saying it's just that hard to be a quarterback in this conference to move up. No matter how good you play in this conference, it's hard to move up. Shedeur was blessed by his dad to be able to move up.
Absolutely. No, I agree. But yeah. I do think even if Shedeur goes to Jackson without him and he still does what he does, I still think he makes the move to jump. Like he could go G5 or, probably go to Colorado. Excuse me. It wasn't like Colorado was good. Colorado was still bad. You know what I'm saying? So a lower level Power 5, I can see that happening, right? So for me, like, if Andrew goes to a G5 or goes to Tulane or goes to FIU or goes to Troy or whatever, you need that next jump just to show that you're capable of making. Again, Cam Ward is the example. I hate to say it, but Cam Ward is the example. 0-star recruit, throws for 4,000 yards, makes the jump to Washington State. From Washington State goes to Miami. Now, I'm not saying everybody's in that pathway to become the #1 draft pick, but I am saying that is the pathway to get out. You get what I'm saying? So you got to dominate where you at, make the jump. The D2 quarterback's another thing. With Chambliss, he about to be drafted. D2 guy dominates where he's at. He makes the jump to Ole Miss, and he is balling out of control right now, and he's probably going to get drafted. That's just the nature of the beast, and that's just how it has to be played out. That is what it is. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because normally QBs in the SWAC, it's the opposite. It's a guy who was at a big place and then it's coming down to the little place, and this is probably where he's going to ride out into the sunset at.
Yeah.
Andrew was a little bit different because he was already in the conference and moved over to another team in the conference, which gives him being one of the better quarterbacks in a long time within this conference because of the consistency of no matter where he's at, he makes an immediate impact. We're not seeing that year in and year out from a quarterback in this conference. Like, because even Jacoby Morgan, where did he come from? Syracuse?
Yeah, he came from Syracuse.
Right. Cameron McCoy came from what? Central Michigan?
Yeah.
One of them Michigans, I think, Central Michigan before he went to Jackson State.
Eastern Michigan.
Eastern Michigan. So it's like normally what we're seeing from the quarterback position in this conference, the guy's NFL dream is probably already over with because he's dropping down to this level. Because if he was good, he would have stayed where he was at. So the transfer down to this level was what it's for. So Andrew is the anomaly in this because he's been in the conference. He's switched teams. We've seen enough of him to understand he's a flat-out baller, which gives him the opportunity to move up. But we're normally not seeing that in this conference where the guys are moving up. We're normally seeing the guys moving down and riding off into the sunset at the quarterback in the transfer portal in the SWAC.
Well, if I was Andrew, I'm not staying at Alabama State. That's just my personal opinion. So I would be gone. All right, let's get into these week 8 predictions. Oh, shoot. All right.
Don't let him ride out into the sunset.
You said what?
Don't let him ride out into the sunset at Bama State.
Man, fuck out of here, man. I would not. Come back there. You couldn't pay me to come back to. You couldn't pay me to come back to Bama State for what? To do what?
Don't. I mean, if that's the case, don't go nowhere in the SWAC. Period.
I agree.
Okay.
Again, it doesn't. It does not benefit you to play in the SWAC. It really, if again, this is only if your aspirations are to play in the NFL as a quarterback. If that is your goal, then playing in the SWAC does you no benefit. It just doesn't, unless you'll have to throw for some gaudy numbers, and there's not a scheme in the whole conference that's going to have you throw for 4,000 yards, unless it was Willie Simmons.
I don't know if he got enough time left, because I think he probably would have had to take an approach like the kid at Vanderbilt, who went all around the place. What he played at New Mexico State, then he showed out, and then he got the opportunity to go to Vanderbilt. And then once he got on the SEC, because nobody was really even giving a damn about him at New Mexico State.
You're right. Until he had that crazy touchdown.
On the highest of the elite level. Now everybody's talking about it, but he was showing out at New Mexico State. So even going P4, I don't know how much beneficial that's going to be for Andrew. It's almost like pick your poison, because P4 low level, you still get overlooked.
Dog,
you got to legit take yourself to the next level.
This is so fucking insane.
What's wrong?
If you think that Shador would have been drafted coming, oh my God. The best you could have did was give him a 7th round pick. Because if he's a 5th round pick coming out of Colorado, having all
hating on him though.
Out of all the gaudy numbers he threw up at Colorado, if you telling me you think,
pull this aside, they was hating on him though. They was hating on Sanders.
Travis is not a
could have went higher than that.
Travis is not a 1st round pick if he stays at Jackson. He's not a 1st round pick. The politics are going to always fucking matter. You can't be like, oh, it's politics. If it's a part of this process, it's going to matter. It's going to matter. You can't ignore it. You can't say, oh, Scotty, it's politics. So the fuck what? That's what you got to deal with. It's part of the process. You can't get mad that you got a code switch to get a job. If you got a code switch to get the fucking job. Get the fucking job. You guys are killing me right now. You act like you don't go into the interview. Oh, yes, I'm on my own time every single day. And, I make sure I come in and I do my work. And I don't hang around the water cooler. No, water cooler talk. Oh, no, that's not me. All y'all Bamas do it unless you own your own business. Fuck out of here. So you got to play the politics to get what you're trying to get. What are we talking about? Shut up. Jesus. Week 8. God damn, man. Stupid stuff. All right. VUL, Texas Southern.
Texas Southern.
Grambling, UAPB. I'm going Texas Southern too. I mean, you know what? I really think UAPB could. Is this where's this game at?
In Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I'm going Grambling. I'm not falling for that fool's goal last week.
The last time I thought that UAB could pull it out, they pulled it out against Alcorn. I'm gonna go Grambling with you, but I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to be surprised if UAPB pulls this game out. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, Valley over Lincoln. FAMU and Alcorn.
FAMU.
If FAMU, now mind you, this is T-Set hurt? Somebody let me know. Is T-Set hurt? Because that might be
it's UAPB. Come on.
You act like they can't. Listen, Grambling ain't good. Grambling ain't good.
Shit, how good was Texas Southern?
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, and they just barely beat Grambling.
And barely beat Valley.
Yeah, he hurt. Oh man, T said hurt too.
They'll find a way to get it done.
I'm gonna come back to this one. I'm gonna come back to this. FAMU Alcorn, what you got?
What you coming back to?
The Grambling and UAPB. I'm gonna come back to that.
Don't pick UAPB. I got Grambling and I'm going FAMU over Alcorn. Come on, man. Don't stall us out, Debo.
I'm rolling with you, FAMU. I'm going FAMU over Alcorn. FAMU better not lose this game for real, for real. They are horrible. Tennessee State, Howard, going Howard. Hampton, Villanova, going Villanova. You going Hampton?
No, I'm lying. Villanova.
Boy, I was about to say, what? Go ahead and give me one. Go ahead and give me, you know what? I'll take
No, I'm not going to just give you one now.
I'll take
Go on UAPB.
I'll take
UAPB.
Because you don't represent Arkansas. You don't represent Arkansas. Tony Hall, Coach Tony Hall, I'm rolling with you, baby. All right.
So you going UAPB?
I'm going UAPB.
I'm going Grambling.
Yep.
All right.
They about to give me my undefeated mark right here.
Mm-hmm.
You already know what time it is.
I said certified free.
Oh.
I said certified free.
All right, let's get it. Pop it off. Oh, Nelly is looking a little different, P. Hit him up with it.
UAPB got to go to number one. You gave up 10 points to a team that practiced in a parking lot behind a warehouse. You can't do that. And 2 of your wins on the season, you beat Lincoln, who everybody is. Lincoln trying to join the SWAC? I'm confused because they playing it. I mean, I'm confused. So you beat Lincoln, you beat Westgate, and you beat a winless Alcorn team. How is Alcorn not on this list?
Couldn't fit them.
They ain't won a game. They need to fit anywhere on here. Like
you told me we couldn't fit them.
Well, they 5 seeding.
Was it gonna be 5C? I mean, come on, man. Come on.
Everybody on the drop off this. Black college football started to be real bad this year.
That's what they right there. They in the backsliders.
No, they worse than the backslider. Them niggas ain't won a game, Scotty.
They just won.
They let UAPB beat them.
you came up with this list, P.
I thought I said Alcorn earlier.
No, you didn't. You said Valley and Norfolk.
Well, I would have switched Norfolk out for Valley then.
They haven't won a game.
They got one.
They got the same record as Alcorn.
Alcorn did beat Lincoln, did they? I don't even count it. You know what? To hell with it. It's a bunch of sorry-ass teams adding up in black college football. I ain't even finna sit here and argue with you about sorry-ass teams. These teams, I'm starting to realize they fan base is finding something else to do on Saturdays besides travel and run their ass up and down the highway trying to support these teams or showing up on campus and buying tickets. It's just bad football, and who would have ever thought Southern and FAMU will fall this low to make the jump-off list? The Blue Bloods, now they on this list with Valley and Norfolk and A&T and UAPB. Change has to be immediate. I mean, it has to be. There's no way we can take this Southern off to one of the worst starts ever. Period. I'm talking about ever. And then FAMU just a few years removed from winning a black college national championship. A&T to show you how far down they fell from winning a black college national championship, but at least they playing better and tougher against D1 opponents. And that's why I'm giving them, they can get that number 2 spots. UAPB gave up 10 points. It's over with. You gave up 10 points to West.
The SWAT, tell me, can it get worse? They're calling plays like they're cursed, running left, fumbling right, no game plan in sight. Oh, how bad is the their trust. Oh Lord, how did it get this rough? This why ain't telling me. Oh baby, it's bad, bad, bad. The calls are a mess. The effort is mad. How bad is the SWAC? Oh baby, it's sad, sad, sad. Someone save the SWAC. Bring the magic back before it fades to black. How bad is the
I ain't gonna front. That song low key growing on me. I almost want to tell you, send me the link.
How bad is the SWAC?
The SWAC bad.
I got you, Smash. Text me your email. I'll send it to you. It's bad, man. It's bad.
That's bad.
It's bad.
That's why everybody looked so forward to the Jackson and the Bama State game, because it was like, after that, then what? And it brings the conversation because of that, what we've been talking about. The divisions. It's so bad, what the fuck we need divisions for? What do we need divisions for?
Nothing.
Seriously. Think about it. Southern's 1-5. Alcorn is what, 1-5 is the same? Pull up the SWAC standings. Can you pull up the SWAC standings?
I got you. Oh, Jesus Christ, Pete.
Let's just see how big of a difference it is from the top to everybody else. And even though Prairie View at the top, they're not playing elite football. They playing we getting by football.
Hey, and when you're in the division, it's all you need.
Hey, just squeeze one out.
Hey, squeeze it out. Oh, let me see. How bad is the SWAC?
They like the song.
Might be a hit, man. Might be top 10.
Yeah, they can play that Southern this weekend.
All right. Is what you got? Oh shoot, Texas Southern's up there. They only got one conference loss, and that's the Prairie. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hey, they keep playing around. Texas Southern might sneak their ass up in the championship game. But yeah, I mean, Bethune 2-1, Alabama State 2-1, A&M, FAMU 0-1, Valley 0-2, Grambling 0-2, Southern 0-2, Alcorn 0-2.
Even though somebody 2-1, they not playing no good football.
Yeah.
Like, they're not. I'm not impressed with the records. You know, UAPB 1-1. You think they in the hunt for the SWAC West title?
If they beat Grambling, they will be.
Jesus Christ.
If they beat Grambling, they will be.
Boy, we look bad.
Just say
you got 5 teams winless in the conference right now. 5 of them.
That's crazy. Yeah, JSU has to lose 2 games to get knocked out. Yeah. So, hold on. So, if Bethune beats Jackson, wouldn't that be a head-to-head? And since they lost to Alabama State, would that hit? Like, I'm confused.
I think it'll still go Jackson's way.
Even if they both had 1 loss?
Alabama State will probably have to win out.
No, I'm saying if Bethune-Cookman beats Jackson, that would give Jackson a 1 loss.
And Bethune-Cookman will have 1 loss. But Bethune-Cookman lost to Bama State, which I think in power points, that would help Jackson State out.
Okay. It would be a 3-way tie. And JSU would have the tiebreaker. Okay.
Beating Bama State.
It's just too much, man. Just don't do no divisions, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, best record wins.
Because it's going to work itself out. Don't nobody say, man, when we get to the end of the year, what if we have 4 teams sitting there with 1 loss? Ain't going to happen.
This will probably be the like the worst year that, my whole playoff system. This shit would be ass this year.
Nobody comes to watch.
Oh, this thing would be absolutely ass. Like you would have to take all the MEAC schools. You have to take all the MEAC schools. You have to take NCCU, Dale State, and South Carolina State. And then you just take the 2 top teams from the SWAC. And maybe one other team. That's it. And Bethune, I'll take Bethune or Prairie View. No.
So right now, if you didn't have divisions, it'd be Jackson State and Prairie View.
Yeah.
With Bama State, Bethune, Cookman, and Texas Southern. Well, I guess Texas Southern being 3-1. It'll be Jackson State, Prairie View, Texas Southern, Bama State, Bethune, Cookman.
Yeah.
And it's gonna work itself out because Bama State has to play Prairie View. Jackson State still got to play Bethune Cookman.
Yeah. And they still got to play FAM. They still got to play everybody in the East.
They do.
Yeah. So, it's not like anybody in the East really going to give them no more competition after that. But we'll see. Bethune Cookman, I think, is the only team that can probably score with them, but they can't stop a nosebleed. So.
And you get rid of and keep Alabama State in the hunt for their revenge. Who don't want to see Bama State try to get their revenge?
Again, that would take smart people in a very high place, and we know that's not the case. All right, HBCU top 5. Perry, hit him with it.
All right, HBCU top 5 this week. Let's go. Number 5 coming into. We in October, Scotty.
Hey, it's almost there.
It's almost time. So with South Carolina State, MEAC conference play is right around the corner. South Carolina State getting it done on the road at North Carolina A&T this week, getting a victory at G-Ho. It was a little bit closer than many had expected, including us, but nonetheless, Chennisberry and the Bulldogs are 4-3. Got to give them credit for that, and they will stay remaining in the top 5. Let's go to number 4, Prairie View. They're 4-2 on the season, 3-0 overall in conference play. But guess what? They didn't have a game this weekend, and because of that, hey, there was other teams who played like the rest of the teams on this list. So to me, they dropped the spot. Coming in at number 3, let's go Alabama State. Listen, how you lose matters to me. And even though they went on the road at number 1 Jackson State and was able to make it a game that came down to the 2-yard line with no time left on the clock, how you lose matter. And to me, showing me the way they lost that game, Bama State is still the second best team in the SWAC, in my opinion, behind Jackson State. And they left it all on the field. That's one of those games you can walk away and say, damn, what a great game. So Bama State, to me, still the third best team in black college football at 4-2, 2-1 in conference play. Now let's go to number 2, North Carolina Central. It's a shame what they did to those Rattlers down there in Bragg Memorial. Beating down Florida A&M the way that they did. Hey, Trey Oliver is continuously had this team rise up after those tough losses with Old Dominion and so forth in New Hampshire. But here they are again in the top 5 at the high spot. Number 2 on my list, I think North Carolina Central is primed to take that run once conference play hits in the MEAC. And then, of course, number 1 team in the nation in black college football on the D1 side, Jackson State. No better way when everybody was watching on a big stage at homecoming to get a victory against a damn good Alabama State team. They got it done. And when it mattered most, Jacoby Morgan and this team got it done, getting the victory, coming from behind and beating Alabama State. So number 5, South Carolina State. Number 4, Prairie View. Number 3, Alabama State. Number 2, North Carolina Central. And the baddest team in the land right now, black college football, Jackson State.
All righty. Bonds looks a little different. But, Dell State, T-Jack, NCCU, Jackson, Alabama State. Very simple for me. Just go keep it. Just go keep it a buck. 1 yard line. You're not the better team than me. That's how I feel about it. But Dell State definitely got to get some love. They out here playing. They doing their thing. So just gotta keep it. Listen, it's real simple for me. I just think Andrew Body and Alabama State was a better team. That's just how I feel about it. So sue me. That's my top 5. All right, game of the week. Listen, I ain't
no game of the week.
It's Prairie View versus Southern. It's game of the week.
Hell no. All right, I'll take it.
Well, I mean, what else? Somebody got to be the game. I mean, I didn't make the slide for it. I just wanted to talk about it.
No.
Game of the week is Prairie View versus Southern. What you got? It's homecoming. Isn't it not homecoming?
That ain't got nothing to do with what's happening inside the stadium come Saturday. Homecoming outside the stadium, too. I got nothing for this one, bro. Game of the week. This ain't no game of the week. Southern has continuously let us down, this Jaguar Nation down every week, losing to North Carolina Central, losing to Alabama State, losing to Fresno State, losing to Jackson State. And then you get blew out by Bethune-Cookman as though you played Fresno State. What more do we have right now? I continuously come on here and tell y'all Southern cannot score points. There's offense. The offense is obsolete. It is non-existent, okay? So until further notice, anybody Southern can play that when you look at them in total scoring, if they over 14 points, consider it a loss to Southern. Is Prairie View over 14 points in total scoring?
Yeah.
Consider it a loss for Southern.
Consider it a loss. Well, I'm going with Prairie View. This dude said Prairie View by a lot.
And stop calling them Prairie View, y'all. The people be using my name describing them. Don't do me like that.
Man, listen, man. This is a bad week of football. It's just a bad week of football. There's no getting around it. It's just a bad week of football.
You don't hear no excitement like last week when we got to that Bama State Jackson State
it was the game of the year. And I said it was gonna be the game of the year.
Yeah, like when we brought that up and said, look, man, let's talk about it. Oh man, this ain't nothing to talk about here, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Something on the damn jump-off list. I mean, we homecoming opponents, but this week we're gonna be our own homecoming opponent. I don't even know if that even makes sense. I just know typically now we're the team that you schedule for your homecoming, but we may lose our own. And I'm asking Prairie View, I'm saying this loud. Can Prairie View schedule us for their homecoming next year?
Absolutely. They should.
Huh?
They should.
I'm asking to. I want it. Schedule us for your homecoming next year, Prairie View. Please. Schedule us for your homecoming. We disrespectful. Look what we continuously do to you. We put you on the, and then we don't even lose over there. So maybe they scared.
You know what it feels like? It feels like, how I don't know if, you've been how you go house shopping and the realtor takes you to a really, really nice house out your budget, right? And they be like, yeah, this is what, they got 4 bedrooms. You're like, ooh, oh, wow, ooh, this is nice. Ooh, backyard, deck, pool. Okay. How much is this? Oh, this is just $675. Whoa, my budget was $400,000. And then they take you to $400,000. You're like, I mean, it's okay.
I watched House Hunters before.
You be like, it's okay. I mean, that's how it feels like this week. It's like you got the whole shebang, you got the whole shindig, you got the whole 600. Oh, this is nice. Oh, is that marble? Oh, that's nice. And then you hear you're like, 2 bedroom, 1 bath. I guess.
Then you find out the hard way who your neighbors really are.
You look around like they ain't cutting their grass. Dog running around the street. You're like, I ain't
over your fence.
I ain't trying to be out here. That's how it feels this week. It's rough.
I'm so straight on this game, bro. Like I got no hype. Happy homecoming to all my Southern University Jaguars out there. I mean, we trying to keep the spirit up. We had the homecoming parade yesterday, so we just trying to keep the spirit up. And guess what, Scotty?
What's up?
I'll be honored. I got 40 under 40 by the alumni.
I thought you got that last year.
They announced it last year. We just now damn having the banquet. Right. What? I've been sitting on that for a whole year.
That's crazy. It took you a whole year to get your award?
We just now about to have the banquet on Thursday night. So
well,
what an honor to be considered top 40 alum, under 40 of my institution.
If I was an alum of somewhere, I'd be a top 42. Under 40. I would, but I ain't alumni.
It's a good feeling. I mean, shit. It's a. You know how many niggas we graduate every year?
How many niggas we graduate?
We do. We graduated. Everybody ain't going to be a professional. Okay.
That's fair. All right, guys, listen, you can support. We appreciate the support. Grassroots effort, HBCU Live, our game, our way. Make sure you support. All right, we're looking for 200 people to give $100, 50, 75. I know you guys are coming off homecoming, so the pockets might be a little tight. Don't stress it. We appreciate any support, all support. Trying to make this happen again. This is a live on-site college game day live atmosphere. We're trying to put it together professionally. Make sure it's done right. Or you guys can just keep watching SWAC Game Time. You know, it's up to you. It doesn't really matter to me. But again, yeah, 400, give $50. Easy work, man. Listen, got over 1,000. We got 1,200 people on this thing. Probably got about 700-800 people on Twitter. I mean, on YouTube. We got another 400 or 500 people on Twitter. Man, listen, that 400 people give $50. It's easy work, man. Appreciate it, Black Gokin. Make sure you guys support. The link is in the chat. I'm gonna drop it again. I'm going to pin it. Link is in the chat. You can scan it. If you're old and you're watching me on the television, you pause it, take your phone out, get your camera, zoom into the QR code, and you will be more than happy to make that happen, all right?
That many people watching right now?
Yeah, it's over 1,260 people.
Damn.
Yeah, even late night. So
what's up, y'all? Happy Monday. Happy homecoming. Hey, if y'all watching, you tune in, don't worry about my vibes. I'm okay. Look. I saw this coming from a mile away with Southern, so don't every week stop trying to put me on suicide watch. I've been picking against Southern for what, a month now?
Easily.
Yeah,
easily for a month.
Y'all probably never thought y'all see the day come, but here we are. Shit. I think we got 3 winnable games moving forward. FAMU, Alcorn, and UAPB. One of them is a winnable game for us because can't none of them score no points.
All right, so we're coming on the 3-hour mark. I'm gonna open the call lines up for about 10 minutes, and we'll get up out of here because I'm starving. And
bro, I'm telling you, I'm hungry right now.
I'm starving. All right, so call lines are open: 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124.
There are 2 participants in the conference.
A&T Roy, coming to you.
Herc and Jerk. This is A&T Roy of the head Blacks in Charge. North Carolina State, A&T State University Aggies.
You know, it's funny, A&T Roy, you come in here every week and you say the same thing, but the funny thing is your team is more creative on how they lose games than how your jokes are.
Hey, man, I'm not joking.
I'm just saying.
I got something to say about it.
I'm just saying. I was just making a point. You come in with the same joke, but your team finds a new way to lose creatively every week. It surprises me. It really does. But go ahead.
Again, I'm not joking about that. Those are facts. Mm-hmm. So I do want to make a statement about the game this Saturday, and I wrote it down. So hang on a second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. They were who we thought they were. They were who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they were who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Sounds like the last 3 games. Sounds like the last 3 games.
Hey, man, listen, I told y'all not to take us off top of that jump-off list.
That was all Perry. That was all Perry. He said it was coming down.
Man, listen, the reality is if we're going on this particular season and not looking back, we shouldn't be on that top 5. I don't care if you got 7 or 8 names on there. We got a D1 win, and there's some teams that don't have wins, and they only got D2 wins.
What?
But
that's your only D1 win in years.
Against another team that's bad.
Okay, again, I said if you're doing it by this year, not every year.
You still got 1 win, Brody. Like, what are you talking about? You're still going to be on the list. You only got 1 win. What are you talking about?
How many D1 wins they had in 3 years?
1.
You lost your homecoming.
What are we talking about?
All right. Hey, listen, like I said, y'all need to put us back on top.
It'll go back there next week. Don't worry about it. After another loss. Appreciate the call, AT Roy. FAMU from KJ. KJ from FAMU coming to you. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? All right, what's up, Scotty?
Let's get it.
Hey, man, I want to just say this to all the rattlers out there. I know we are definitely on the ledge, man, and we about to pretty much jump. But I would say this much, man. I don't see us. Now, let me get your opinion on this. I don't see us really cutting bait on Cozy, man, for two different things. One, we don't have an AD in place, and to cut bait on him, you got to have somebody ready to go to be able to step in and keep the program stabilized. Two, what coach then would be crazy enough to come in if we don't have an AD in place that he can say, this is my man that I can be able to lean on and go, okay, this is, they're bringing me in, they're here. Now I know that if I sign a 3-year contract, this person is fighting for me and getting me what I need. So I know many of us are screaming and yelling about, man, we lose homecoming. We got to cut bait. But I don't think we're really looking at the instability of our AD right now. And we just brought in an interim. I can't see him just getting in and cutting bait on Cozy and then trying to hire someone. Say you go with an interim and then you're trying to hire someone and that coach being able to say, okay, I'll come, but I'm not sure you're going to be the AD. It's not going to work, man. So I think we might need to just get off the ledge of screaming and yelling about Cozy. We go fire him, mid-season. You just can't do that. We're just too unstable at the AD position, man. And if you do that, another coach is not going to come in knowing that whoever hires him right now may not be in that position, 8 months from now.
I agree, I agree, and I disagree with you in the same token. I agree with you that the I don't think. Listen, let Cozy finish out the season. I don't care. He's fired though. At the end of the season, he's going to be fired. I don't give a damn if it's Michael Smith, Angie Smith, Lorenzo Smith. He's gone. Okay, he's gone. It's just there's no coming back after that, right?
Play that video.
What?
When that man was at that council meeting. The one from that you sent me on Insta, you played it the other week.
Like, I don't like men's no more?
No, the man that was at that black man say,
we can't stand this nigga right here. Yeah.
Play that for me right quick. That's what this man is saying right now.
I don't have it pulled up, but the I think I agree with you with the instability of an AD, but from what I've heard, Angie's coming back. It just might take some time, but she is supposed to come back into her role. But again, Cozy's gone. I mean, there's no.
Okay, so Scott, let me ask you this: how can you, as an AD, now I definitely would love for her to come back, but how can you, as an AD, not have control financially of the program and the funds and run the program? I mean, the stipulations, I think, from what I saw. The stipulations are she cannot have access to, I guess, the budget or
no, she
giving
can't.
approval
She can't have her own purchase card. Like she can't have a credit card. She has to, whatever she does has to be through her own funds. Like, so she can't have a purchase card to be like in the military we call it a TDY card, right? Like you can't have a TDY card and then you spend it and pay. No, she has to do it with her own funds. And then FAMU reimburses her with their funds. That's how it works. So she would have to use her own credit card. That's from my understanding of the rule. But it has nothing to do with the overall budget, just a purchase card.
Okay, so my last point is this right here. So just based on what I'm hearing and looking at, are you saying that we're gonna be willing to? If you're saying fire Cozy, are we gonna fire coach? Still has another year on his contract. We have an interim that we're going to have now that we're now bumping up to pay a certain amount of money until Angela comes back. And then then all these other people, because he has to bring in his people too right now to run the program. And then I'm just trying to see how we're kind of saying this and not looking at it financially to kind of go, okay, something not adding up.
From what I was told, Cozy's deal is a 3-year deal, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct.
And at the end of the day, I'm taking the buyout. Like, what it doesn't. Okay, you tell me this. What does it benefit you to keep Cozy for another year? Because your fan base is out on him, right? Like, you probably you've had your worst season in the last 5 years with this guy. What does it benefit you to bring him back? Because there's not going to bring any excitement to the fan base, because for the last 2 years he's lost the Valley, and now he's just losing to everybody. And Perry can tell you that, because Southern's continue from going from Dooley to Terrence Grace has been a continued decline of just interest in the program.
And it sounds like
what
what
I
he's
would
saying
say,
too.
what I would say with that is this right here, kind of the same thing that happened with my man at BCU. He was pretty much ready to be cut bait, but we've heard that Reggie Theus was like, hey, this guy brought us, we were on the verge of being level 2 APR sanctioned. This guy took us from level 1, brought us back on the verge of being level 2, and brought us back to now we're okay. Now, right now, FAMU is level 1. So we miss a day of practice. Well, just the hours of that. If Cozy can keep us out of AP, which I hear he's doing an awesome job with that. If he can keep us out of APR sanctions that are going into for next year, you might have to look at that, man.
That's not his job. His job is to coach football. His job is not APR.
Oh no, but man, that plays a major role, man. Because if you let Cozy go, and whoever the next coach is coming in, and they kind of realize, like same way how Mississippi Valley did, my man, and as soon as he got in there, he found he was level 2, level 2, and there's and our APR was not what it some people have already said it's a strong possibility that we're going to probably have some sanctions.
That's not
so.
It's not. Listen, again, that doesn't have anything to do with the football coach.
But Scotty, but what I'm trying to get you to see is this right here. If you are level 2, what coach now is going to come in knowing he can't recruit? He has no way of competing because he's level 2 sanctioned. You can't go play for a championship. You lose practice time, all that. So what coach wants to come in under those, especially for FAMU?
So let me ask you this, because right now what I hear you saying, the long and short of it is, athletics is not stable at FAMU right now. The fact that you got a coach that people are ready to fire, but you feel that he has another year on his contract, and if he does, what we gonna do in order to get him out that contract? All right, if we do fire him because we got it's unstable at the athletic director position, what is that process gonna be like with an athletic director that's not stable? And we just went through this process, which was horrible just a couple years ago, that put us in this situation in the first place. So right now, I'm not gonna lie, it looked like FAMU got some dark days ahead of them, even after Cozy gone, because the idea is, what does the stability from the athletic department, from the high up, from AD all the way down, because right now they don't have 100% trust in the AD even having a card. It's like, well, they're going to interfere when it's time to announce the coaching search, and what they're going to do to be in the way to say, hey, we want to be a part of it the same way they did the last time. The stability just doesn't sound like it's there from athletics, from the top all the way to the coach. And it just sounds like moving forward, whatever decision they make, this is not a good time with the right people to make the best decision.
Listen, it's with any real job. You lay it out. If I tell you, hey, there's a possibility that we could be on the APR too, do you want the job? If he says yes, then you deal with it. I mean, that's just how this stuff works. Like, you either.
So you think Mississippi Valley told Buckley that?
I don't know what they told Buckley, but if you do your due diligence as a football coach, You ask these questions. You research the program. Hey, I heard you're on APR. You're on violation APR 1. Is there a possibility that you could be on APR 2? Let me see this. Let me see your compliance. Again, you're interviewing me. I'm also interviewing you, right? So if a guy walks into the situation unknowingly, that is on him for not asking the right questions. It does not matter if they don't voluntarily tell you, but you should know APR matters in college athletics. And if you don't understand that, that's on the head coach for not understanding what he's walking into.
Can I ask a question? How much faith does FAMU supporters and fans have in their board, their president, and their athletic director right now, to where if they make a decision to move on from Cozy, that they feel there's going to be with a good heart to get the right person for the job? How much, and I really want to know that.
Are you serious, Perry?
I'm very serious.
You just saw what played out, man, in the last. You saw what has played out in the last 8 or 9 months, man, with our presidential search. So, saying that, hey, this is what we have confidence in, knowing that the president, the COO, and those people can be able to say, hey, we're going to get athletics right. Come on, man.
I think at the end of the day, what you guys decide to do, I listen, I think Angela, if she comes back, which I believe she will, I think y'all be straight. And FAMU is a desirable job. But again, I'm going to keep saying this. APR is not on the head coach. Now, again, he has to take the brunt of it, of what the repercussions are because of APR, but it's not on him. So at the end of the day, they're either going to want the job as is. It's like Barry said, it's, hey man, it ain't no return to sender. It ain't once you buy this lemon, you're stuck with it. You're either gonna fix it or you're gonna cry about it. So if they know it's an APR level 2 coming and they still decide to get the job, find a way to fix it. So it's just what it is, man. Appreciate the call, FAMU KJ. And I got a text from an AD. It says, it followed APR level 2. The caller is raising a great question. It follows the head coach now, whomever is coaching when it occurs. So tough one. 6'4", coming to you.
Scotty Perry, what up? This J Love. What's going on, fella?
What's up, J Love?
Cool. Hey, real quick, Scotty, who did you pick for Grambling and UAPB?
UAPB.
Okay. Well, I just want to call Perry. I'm just giving you your flowers, bro. Last week, somebody called and said, if Jackson State fall behind, can Jacoby and Morgan, at the end of the game, can he drive down the field and win the game for Jackson State? Scotty, you said no. A bunch of people in the chat said no. But what ended up happening? The general drove us down, won the game for us. So I just want to give Perry his flowers on that amazing game. And ain't nobody taking nothing from Body. Body is probably better than that guy from USL. That kid is the truth, bro. Like, he everything that y'all said he was. But at the end of the day, I still feel that the better quarterback won the game. So
that's not the case. But that's what I'm saying. The better quarterback did not win the game. That's the thing. Like, talent-wise, they're not in the same atmosphere. They're not in the same universe.
Let's not do
better
this.
team. The better team won. The better team won the game. Not the better quarterback.
Can I say something?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. If we building the team, right? You choose Jacoby and Morgan. I choose Andrew Body, and Perry get Braylon Braxton from USM. Are any one of us hurt?
Are any of us hurt?
Are any one of us in a bad position as
yes.
far as quarterback?
Yes. The Jacoby and Morgan.
What?
Yes. Okay, let's be very clear, right? When you're building a team, you have to understand, when you're building with Jacobian, I have to build it in a sense of he can't be my focal point. He can't be the focal point of my team. Braylon and Andrew, I can be missing some pieces, and they'll still get me to where I'm going to go. Jacobian needs a team built around him. That's what it is. It's like this, right? I'm trying to use.
That's why he's won a championship. He has a team built around him, and all these other guys are just out there winging it.
Again, a better talent and a better team are two different things. What I'm saying.
No. You're not answering my question. Perry, answer this question for me. If you got the kid, if you got Quad, I got Jacobian, and Scotty got Body. Are any one of us hurting at the quarterback position?
No, we're not.
Thank you. Hey, that's all I got, fellas.
That's a lie. That's a lie. It's a lie. He is a okay. All right. That's a lie. It's a lie. He's the only person. Okay. Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I think this is what I'm saying. It's with it's a Jalen Hurts analogy. Patrick Mahomes does not need to have a perfect team to make a championship. Jalen Hurts needs a perfect team to win a championship. That is what I'm saying. It doesn't.
Or does the team need Jalen Hurts?
No, no.
Yeah, they do.
No.
Man, come on. Yes,
if
they
that's
do.
The case, when they need. All right. This is what kills me. The team wins 80% of the games, and then when you need 20% from Jalen Hurts, he shows up, and that's great. But Patrick Mahomes has to be 90% of the team all the season, and then he might need somebody to step up in a big moment. That's completely different, Perry.
Look what he looks like when the receivers and running backs and everybody got hurt.
Who? When? Who?
The Chiefs.
He was still out there balling.
And they was losing. Ain't no I in team, Scotty.
But okay, but
you go out there and give me a 400.
But
you can go out there and give me a 400-yard performance all you want, and if you walk away with an L, that's your own individual accolade. But did we win though? And that's why I give Jacobian Morgan the head nod, because he continues to. The man ain't lost the SWAC game.
If you put Jacobian Morgan on any other team, they're not. If you put Jacobian Morgan on FAMU, are they better?
Why we can't do all this hypothetical?
I'm asking because you can do it with any other quarterback. You can do it with any other good quarterback. If you put Jacobian Morgan on Alcorn, do they win more games? Are they a championship team? No.
But they are.
But they're not a championship team.
Texas Southern wasn't a
They're not a championship team. They were one game away from the championship until they got hurt. What are you talking about?
Team. You didn't even go to the championship.
They wouldn't be in the position without Andrew. That's the whole point.
That's not a championship team, though.
That is. When you have a star, yes, it is. That's how it works.
That was Andrew Body beating everybody ass in a sorry SWAC West.
Just like Southern? No different? No different? And he beats them every year. What are we talking about?
Southern,
he beat the SWAC West champion every year. What are we talking about?
Now you're talking about a team.
He beat you. He beat you every year.
Okay, you're talking about a team, but he beat us, didn't win him a championship. Because still, all that time he was
got hurt in the game to go to the championship. He got hurt.
Okay,
so he got hurt. It's not like he flat out lost. It's not like he was dueling and lost. He got hurt.
You're the only one that's creating this narrative as though this hate towards Andrew Body.
It doesn't. No, it's not a hate thing. It's like it's talent versus team. And to put Jacobian Morgan and Andrew Body in the same conversation as talent is not. That's asinine. It's
who
asinine.
won the game? What quarterback?
It's not about always winning. It's team versus talent. I just gave you the Patrick Mahomes situation. It's the same exact.
Jacobian Morgan is a SWAC champion.
That's congratulations. Congratulations.
He beat Alabama State.
Congratulations.
And he's on the repeat.
Congratulations. But he's not more talented than Andrew Body.
I thought they said if Andrew Body gets on the better team, that's all he needed.
That's where. How do you think Alabama State's even in this position?
They still lost though, and you know why? Jacoby Morgan took his team down and threw a touchdown.
Who had the better team? Who had the better team?
Both can say they both was good. The better team won. That's why it was the game of the year. It wasn't like Alabama State staggered into this game as a Rudy Pool. It was the two best teams. The best team won.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, man, I love y'all dudes, man. This is classic, man. But Scotty, I got to message you. I got to do this one time because I told my wife last night, I said, I bet you any amount of money, Scotty is not going to have JSU as number one.
Not.
I knew you was going to do that. But I gotta mess with you right here, though. And this is going to put you on the spot. You just said at least 10 times in the last 2 minutes when you and Perry and the last caller was going that JSU was the better team. So if they're the better team, why are they not number one?
Because Andrew.
I could have seen you. Go ahead.
Because Andrew.
Right. And that's why I thought you was going to put Andrew as the number one team.
I should have did that. I should have did that. I should just went body, right? Like ASU and body. That's what I should have said. Andrew. That's what I should have put. Andrew and Jalen. That's what I should have put. Andrew and Jalen.
Right. Oh, man. But let me say this, man. Great game, like everybody said. You know, it was a great game to watch. I wish I could have been in that atmosphere, Perry. At the end of the day, to settle this quarterback debate, like, we have to be honest. Anybody know me know I love Jackson State, but I'm not delusional. Andrew Body is a better quarterback than Jacoby Morgan. Let's be clear. Like people have short memories. After the Hampton game and the Southern Miss game, and we seen what Lockhart did against Tuskegee, a lot of JSU faithful was calling for Lockhart to be the starter. Like, let's just be honest. What he did against Southern and Alabama A&M is to get himself into shape to be ready to have the type of performance he had Saturday. And that was get some reps against some lower competition, some weaker defenses. So when he came into the big game of the season, he could be able to do what he did. And we got to give him props for that. So let's not go crazy here. And you guys talked about how he came from FBS, from Syracuse, and came down. Andrew Body has been in the SWAC his whole career, and we've seen him get better and better and better. So let's just be honest with ourselves. No matter if you're a JSU fan, Alabama State fan, whatever, he is the better quarterback. Jacobian does have better players around him. And Perry, you're right. That pass that Nathan Rembert was cold-blooded. Was cold-blooded. But one thing happened, two things happened on that drive that annoyed me, and I texted this to Scotty during the game. Like, I don't know if TC is scared to get Ahmad Miller hurt because he has gotten hurt the last couple of years, but I'm like, why is he not getting more carries? Travis Terrell had 17 carries, and he had 9. And if you notice, that last drive before he threw the ball to Rembert, Ahmad Miller had 3 first-down runs. So when the game was on the line, they had him in the game. Like I've been saying, he's their best running back. But here's the question, and nobody can answer this. When was the last time JSU won a game or, hell, even lost the game and didn't have a rushing touchdown? They had almost 270 yards rushing but didn't get any rushing touchdown. Like, that was weird in itself. You know what I'm saying? But great game. Body is definitely better. Jacobian is on a better team. And I just hate that we can't see this game again in late November, early December, man.
Hey, appreciate the call, D. All right, so a lot of people on this call line, Smash and then Rocky. What's up, Smash?
Yeah, got it. Hey, man, look, I said your ass like the only child in this situation. I don't think nobody like going against Andrew Body. I think that, bro, I just think that, he lost the game, and that day, Jacoby Morgan, he won the game. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna get the most shine simply because he won the game. Yeah, Andrew, I think he the better quarterback, but you know what I'm saying, it don't take away from the performance that Morgan did.
I never said it did. I didn't say it did. I'm not knocking Morgan for what he did. What I'm saying is, go ahead.
Off that way.
I don't care how it's coming off. I really don't. I mean, that's the only child in me, I guess. I don't care how it's coming off. I'm just saying, like, I don't like Andrew's the better quarterback. It's just flat out what it is. And it's the funny thing to me is in every other sport, we compare, we flip-flop. We'll do this, we'll do this. If this person had this person, if LeBron wasn't on this team, what would this team look like? You see what the Cavs look like without LeBron. You see what Miami Heat looks like without LeBron. We all do that. We do this in every aspect in sports. But then when I bring it to the SWAC, it's why are we trying to do that? Why are we trying to do that?
You did it already too. Okay, you the first one brought Andrew Body's name up. You the reason why he got this hype as Andrew Body. You know what I'm saying? He was at Texas Southern, and you used to always say, if he was at a better team, he gonna do this. He had a better team. You know what I'm saying? And no offense, he lost again. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that, like, yes, I feel like I'm listening to what you're saying thoroughly. You saying it was him versus Jackson State whole team. That's basically what you were saying. Him alone versus Jackson State whole team. And I get that.
Let me be very clear. I want to be very clear. I told the bodies he should not go to Bama State. I said that. I told it. Mr. Body can call up here. Mama Body can call up here. I called them and told him he should not go to Bama State. And
but Bama State wasn't a sorry team.
I told them not to go to Bama State. I said that. I knew
Bama State number one on your black college list. So you tell me they got a good team?
It was only number one because of Andrew.
You still got them number one.
It was only because of Andrew.
Okay. You telling them not to go somewhere that you got is the best black college
It's the only reason they're number one is because of Andrew. How hard is that to understand?
Because they lost and you still got them number one.
Because of Andrew.
Well,
I'm not speaking Japanese. It's only one reason. What's the reason they win the game? Because of Andrew.
People was making plays, bro.
Smash.
Hey, look. So what you think? What you think Andrew's like his fate is from here? Do he lead his SWAC or like do he stay out of Alabama State? What you think he gonna do, and what you think he should do?
I think he said. First of all, I wanted him to go to the MEAC. I did not want him to stay in the SWAC because if you're trying to go to the next level, the SWAC is not where you need to play as a quarterback. You need to play in the MEAC because you go against Power 5, you go against high-level FCS teams. The out-of-conference schedule is just tougher, so you get really good tape. So I wanted him to go to NCCU. I wanted him to go to Morgan State. I wanted him to go to any other place in the MEAC to where he could really show off his skills against better competition. I want him to go to the MEAC. That was my thing. That was my play. And if it would still be my play to go to NCCU, because again, this is my thing when you're a quarterback. For Jacobian, it works for him to go with TC because TC is a former quarterback. He finds out what you do well, he finds out what you don't do well, and he dictates the game accordingly. Matt Leon's the same way. As a quarterback, you got to be with a OC that understands how to use you and how to utilize you and how to use you creative enough to make you be effective. So I would like for him to go to Matt Leon. Now, the reason I said Morgan State is because at Morgan State always has a defense and they never have a quarterback, right? So it's like, okay, cool. But people will say, well, Alabama State's the same way. Well, they never really had an offense, right? And I just don't like the scheduling. To me, it's like you don't go against better talent. Your schedule is a little iffy. Chris Barnett is even more iffy. And Eddie Robinson, and I remember some of the kids that were leaving Alabama State when Keyshawn Johnson left and the quarterback left. I talked to them. I said, why did you leave? They was like, Eddie Robinson said he wants to run the ball more and he don't want to throw the ball. So why would I want Andrew to go there? If Andrew had just came from Texas Southern and had been throwing it all around the yard, why would I want you to go to Alabama State where all they're going to use you to do is turn around and hand the ball off? That doesn't make any sense. So that's why you go to the NCCUs or you go to the Morgan States to where, okay, I got to get my thing going here, or go to NCC where I have a great coaching staff and they're going to put talent around me, right? So it's one of those things, but go ahead.
I think, okay, last thing. I see from the trajectory right now, it's looking like it's going to be Dell State versus Jackson in the Celebration Bowl. That's my future predictions. Do you think from those two teams, what they may be losing next year, do you think he can go to one of those two teams next year and start?
Who?
Everybody.
So go where?
Either Jackson State or Dell State. Because that's what I would be doing.
I'm never going to want Andrew to go to Jack State. That's just me personally. So I just would never want that. But Dale State, I think he can start at Dale State today. Like Caden Bennett is great, right? But he's just a little sporadic, and I think Andrew's a better runner. And again, but it all depends on what Deshaun Jackson is trying to do as an offense. If he just wants to continue to do what he's doing, it doesn't benefit Andrew to be there. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're just going to turn around and hand the ball off 30 times, that doesn't benefit you as a quarterback. It just doesn't. If you're trying to believe in yourself, right? Like, but that's just me.
I just want to see him win before he leaves, bro. I ain't saying he can go to a lot of places. So I mean, for you can use his ass. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to see him stay in the SWAC. But if I'm Andrew, I'm trying to go where the winners at. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? That's just the way it looks like. You right?
To win a SWAC championship for what though? Like, it doesn't benefit you to win a SWAC. What benefit does if you're go ahead.
I've been saying, we I want him to turn the Southern. You get a chance to play in Celebration, you get a chance to play in Bayou Classes, that's national televised. You know what I'm saying? Then I just think with that push, he'll get seen better than getting seen out of a state. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like shit. We'll give everything he needs. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like how you saying the better earlier, you said that you already him go to Southern and go to Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying I don't want to see him be a waste of a talent in the SWAC at Alabama State as well. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, well, I don't know. It's kind of tough because I mean I feel like he could have checked out that formation. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of factors in it. I just don't want to see him be a waste of talent. I just want to see him win before he leaves the SWAC. That's all I'm saying. So it's looking like Dale State. I'll be trying to push for one of them top teams. But yeah, that's my time, Scott. I don't want to hold you up.
All right, no problem, Smash. All right, I'm gonna take two more callers because it's getting late. I'm gonna do Rocky, then JSU KJ. Rocky, coming to you.
All right, Scotty. Calm down, man. Ain't no use you arguing with these people about Andrew. Andrew and Jacobian is not even on the same level. Nowhere near on the same level. And Jackson State is such a good team. I personally believe that Jackson State could win the SWAC outside of, if Andrew wasn't in the SWAC, they could win it with KJ Cooper, they could win it with Ransom, and probably Quad Brown.
The team, yeah.
It ain't like they winning because of Jacoby and Morgan.
Facts.
Like that's the whole point that I'm making in this conversation. The reason why the reason why all y'all tuned in to the game on Saturday is because y'all knew Andrew Body could snatch y'all heart. Y'all knew that. That's why y'all tuned in. Because it wasn't the offense that was giving up 200 yards rushing. It wasn't the defense that was getting ran through. It wasn't the defense that couldn't stop a nosebleed. That ain't why y'all thought y'all could lose that game, Jackson State. Y'all thought y'all could lose that game because you knew Andrew. If it wasn't for a play on 2 yards away from the goal line, y'all are crying, blaming the refs, and I'm talking about y'all kicking and screaming. Everybody cheated. You know what y'all would be doing if y'all had lost that game. Y'all just don't want to give Andrew the credit that he truly deserves, is that in the SWAC, he is head and shoulders above any other quarterback in this league. And what I really hope for Andrew, one, is that he gets with an offensive coach that can maximize his skill set and that he's just not out here on his own trying to make plays to win games. I want him some of those gimmies. Okay, the 3rd and 9. Okay, if Jacoby Morgan was that guy, right? 3rd and 9.
Do you do
around the 50-yard
tunnel
line,
screen?
Why don't you let him toss the ball down the field? You guys, with the game on the line, y'all run a freaking screen. The game is on the line, and y'all run a screen. Is that trust for Jacoby and Morgan? That's something you don't have to read. That's a predetermined throw. You're not even giving the quarterback any options at that point. You telling him to throw the ball to, and you trying to trick the defense.
Come on, man. Let's not disrespect Andrew, and let's not disrespect Jacobian. To expect Jacobian to be what Andrew is, y'all would be wrong for that, because he can't do what Andrew can do. He can't. You ask him to operate above his skill level, and that's not fair to him. What he does for his team is amazing, and you guys won the game. Probably gonna win the SWAC and a celebration ball. And I applaud Jackson State, TC Taylor, whatever. But I'll tell you this. If it wasn't for that play, if it wasn't for that option play, y'all would be in tears right now. Turn up the whole internet, Twitter, Instagram. Y'all would be crying. And guess what? You can't even blame that play on Andrew, because that's nowhere near the best play they could have ran with Andrew. They could have done anything with Andrew. Can you do anything with Jacoby and Morgan? I'm out.
I appreciate it, Rock. Go ahead, Perry. All right, KJ, coming to you.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna make this quick. First of all, why are we talking about what could have happened? We're not crying. You are. That didn't happen. We won the game. They lost the game. You on here whining, not JSU. So you can cut that out, Rocky. I'm tired of hearing that stuff. We not crying, rolling around, nothing else. That's y'all tonight. And I love seeing that little smirk get wiped off your face, because you really thought we were going to lose that game. Now, were we nervous? Absolutely. But we won. Moving on to the other point. What is wrong with y'all's logic? That's why I say bias makes very smart people sound crazy as hell. That's like me saying to my friend who is working the same job at a company that may not provide me with the same exact level of resources or whatever. That's like me telling them, I'm better than you. I'm so much better than you because I have to do so much more than you because my company sucks and this and the other. I'm like, we do the same job. I produce, I get the wins. You produce, you get the wins. That does not make me fucking better.
Yeah,
that
it
does
does
not make you better than me just because you're
Yes, it does.
overworked. That does
Yes, it
not
does.
make me
If
better
I don't have the
just
same
because
assets,
you
if I don't
are
have the
overworked
same
and you're forced to
assets,
do things,
if I don't have the
and
same
you don't
assets
know
that you
what
do at your
Jacobian could
job,
do. If he
if
had
I
to do
don't have
certain
the
things to
same
be put in
assets that
certain
you do in your
situations,
job, and I
you
got to do
don't know what
more,
Jacobian
and
can
I'm
do.
still
So to
successful,
sit
I'm
here
better
on this
than you.
line and try to discredit this young
I'm
man
not trying to
who threw
discredit
5 touchdowns,
Jacobian.
who put you absolutely have been trying
I'm
to
not
discredit
trying to.
Jacobian.
I'm just saying he's not as good. I'm not discrediting what
We
he
have
did.
given Body his props. What else do you want us to
I
say
didn't say
about
you
Body?
did. I didn't say you didn't.
He said he's an amazing player, but he lost. That's the end of it.
That's
He
cool.
lost. He should have come to JSU when we wanted
He
his
shouldn't
ass.
have.
He could have 2
No, he
rings.
shouldn't have.
But that's okay though. You didn't want him to come to JSU. Now look, now you're out here crying. And I'm
Crying for
sorry,
what?
but it is what it is. I'm tired of hearing this BS narrative. You're not gonna do that to Jacobian.
Jacobian is not as good as Andrew. That's it. We just gonna leave it like that.
Eons and
Yes,
leagues
he
out
is.
of Jacobian.
Yes, he
They are not.
is.
To say that they are not in the same stratosphere,
They're not in the
is
same
crazy.
universe.
Is
They're not.
Body
Talent-wise,
the
they're
better
not.
talent? I
Yes.
think so. That is
It ain't no
fair to
think
say.
so nothing.
That
It
fair to say.
is.
But
It
to sit here and
is.
act like Jacobian is a piece of shit on the
I
floor,
didn't say
and
that.
he could just
I
never
didn't say
take the
that.
hem of
That's
Body's
not
garment
what I
is
said.
crazy.
I didn't say he's a piece of shit.
That
I've
is
never said that.
crazy.
I've never said that.
But that's what you all are implying.
I'm not
And
implying.
Rocky,
I've just said he's
one thing.
all I'm
tired of
saying
this. Let me tell you
he's an
something.
average
You have
quarterback.
had your little grudge with Jackson State.
He's an
You have had
average
your little grudge with
quarterback.
Jackson State ever since Jackson State has been in a better position and has had better teams, even though Dion had the better talent at the time, and we have overperformed. You're going to stay mad about that. And I don't care how long you're mad about that, but that's your problem. That's not ours.
I didn't say
sit
it's
up
your
here
problem.
and whine. I'm talking to Rocky. I ain't even talking to you right now. I'm talking to him.
My bad.
Cut that bullshit out. Good night.
Nobody. Okay, let me be very clear. Let me be very clear, right? Nobody is saying Jacobian Morgan is trash. I'm not saying that, because if he was trash, he would look like Cam McCoy. If he was trash, he would look like RJ Johnson. If he was trash, he would look like any other. He would look like any other SWAC quarterback that can't get the job done. I'm not saying he's trash. I would never say that about Jacobian Morgan. All I'm saying is that he is average at best. And what all I'm saying is that he can make throws. That's what a quarterback is supposed to do. He's supposed to make throws.
Jacoby and Morgan literally going out there doing what they asked him to do. Is it perfect? No, it's not. But he goes, and when they ask him to do it, he does it. And let's not act like Bama State is a bad team. This was a top 3 matchup, a top 2 matchup of the 2 teams in black college football. Andrew Body didn't get there by himself. He helped lead a team. That's why when we say quarterbacks help lead a team, we've literally had this conversation every single time. When you look at a championship team in the SWAC, they typically got the best quarterback. Point blank, period. That's every champion that you've seen over the past 10 years in the SWAC. When they win the SWAC championship, go look at them, and they're going to have the best quarterback. That's because the quarterback that you have put in that position has done the necessary things that you've asked him to do to win the game. Point blank, period. And that ain't no knock on Andrew. That ain't no knock on Jacoby.
Something around him.
It was just a hell of a game of 2 great quarterbacks. They're the 2 best quarterbacks in the conference, literally. And Jacoby and Morgan won the game, and that's all it is. It ain't no knock to Andrew. Man, we love Andrew Body. This shouldn't even be a conversation at all. But it's a narrative to try to keep Andrew Body as though it's him and then it's at Bama State. No, that was a good team. That's why it came down to the end the way that it did. Bama State defense made plays. Jackson State defense made plays. Bama State offense made plays. Jackson State offense made plays. Jackson State just made the game-winning play. Simple as that.
I guess that's
nothing but love for Andrew Body. Hey, bro, you played your heart out. That was a game you just walked away. It was like, damn, you just lost. But, bro, ain't nobody taking nothing away from him. It was the 2 best quarterbacks in the conference. Somebody had to win. Somebody had to lose. And it came down to an instant classic with 2 on the 2-yard line. It's just somebody had to lose. It ain't Jacoby and Morgan's fault because he went and executed what the coaches asked him to execute. Because had Andrew Body executed on that last play, we wouldn't even have this conversation. It's just Jacoby made the play. Jackson State won. It was what it was. Bama State wasn't a bad team. They worked their way down the field to put themselves in a game-winning situation. It was just a damn good game. 2 players walked away, and we were in awe of it.
No, I disagree.
I still feel like Bama State should be in a championship. This reminds me of the FAMU and Jackson State year where it was like, damn, boy, we would love to see this rematch because we know these are the 2 best teams. That's simply where I'm at with it. I want to see a rematch. I think that rematch, man, would do numbers in a championship environment. But that's all it is. Shout out to Jackson State, they won. Shout out to Bama State for giving us a hell of a game and living up to the hype. And every time it seemed like Jackson was finna take the game, Bama State came back and made it an even better game and then took the lead. It was just a good game. You can't ask for better. This is why we was excited about it. That's why we dubbed it the game of the year.
I'm going to be very clear, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be done with it. I said it all week. I said, I trust Andrew. I do not trust Chris Barnett. It's very simple. I said it all week. I said, is Chris Barnett ready for this game? And as fate would have it, no. It's very simply no.
Because that last play didn't work out?
You as an OC, as an OC, it's moments, right? Like, you don't remember, again, let me be very clear. Willie Simmons in the Celebration Bowl calling the flea flicker, that's a moment, right? Him calling the wheel route to the running back is a moment. Like, those are moments as offensive play callers that you call.
Can I ask this? With Andrew Body being the playmaker, the impact player, he got the star around him. When he walk up to the line because he is that guy, does he have the option to
we don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know.
That's just all I'm asking because
we don't know.
Being that guy and you go and see what you see. Hey, man, I see something right here. Omaha, whatever the case.
We don't know what he's allowed to do within the offense. I'm speaking to you as we don't know. We don't know, right? Like, we don't know. I can't tell you yes. I can't tell you no. because usually any play that he gets, anything that Andrew does is off it being broken, right? Like, oh, I'm about to get sacked. I got to slide out, got to move, got to buy my time, and then I throw my play, right? So, again,
in that situation, if I'm the coach, regardless of what I call, I say, Andrew, when you go out there, whatever you see, baby, is on you.
But we don't know if that's Chris Barnett. That's all I'm saying. TC Taylor tells you that I allowed Jacoby and Morgan to come over and tell me to play. We don't know if Andrew said, hey, coach, let's run QB power. Nah, I don't want to run that. Let's run speed option. We don't know if that happened.
The moment was right there. He was 2 yards away from cementing himself as what he's been looking for in this conference. And once again, he fell short. It put me in the mind of when Texas Southern fell apart against A&M. Even though he got hurt in that game, you saw what it was like. This one was his opportunity because that game would have propelled him into a championship. This was the big game that we was waiting for. This was the time to get over the hump, to get over the hurdle. He didn't, and unfortunately, it put him in this situation. I would love to see a rematch. It's not going to happen. For him, he better hope Jackson State lose 2 games and he can get into the championship. Other than that,
my issue is that how okay. I don't want to beat a dead horse.
Yeah.
Go ahead, B.
Andrew Body cold though, bro. No doubt about it. If you can hit the Andrew Body out, dude is cold. Every time it looked like Jackson State had him, bro, he rolled out. He extended plays. He moved. He threw the ball. But he also did not make a lot of plays. He missed some plays, too, that could have helped him. I'm just saying, he did miss some plays, too.
They both missed plays.
You say you expect that out of Jacobian, but the way you put that, you don't expect that out of Andrew Body.
No, I
because he's the better quarterback.
No, I tell any listen. As much as I am root for Andrew, I'll tell you his downfalls, and I say it all the time. 25 and down, Andrew is an assassin. 25 and up, it gets real shaky. It gets real shaky. His deep ball, it gets real shaky. That's just a fair assessment. So I'm not acting like he don't miss passes or he don't miss throws. Like, everybody miss throws. Everybody miss passes. Quarterbacks ain't perfect. Like, I get that, right? But the overall talent of a quarterback is what I'm saying, but that's neither here nor there. Go ahead. I don't want to beat this dead horse. Go ahead, Pete. Where can they find you at?
All right, everybody. You can keep up with me, of course, every Saturday morning on the Jaguar Journal on 107.3 FM in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You can also keep up with it if you're not able to listen to it live on 107.3. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, so follow the Jaguar Journal on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can also keep up with me aside from the Jaguar Journal with On the Yard Network. You can watch On the Yard Network on YouTube and keep up with it across Facebook, X, Instagram as well. So go hit that subscribe button on the Jaguar Journal and On the Yard Network, as well as follow us across all social media. And then, of course, every Monday, right here with my man Scotty, arguing about something.
That's what the show's about, right?
3 hours, bro. I don't be understanding, like, where do the 3 hours be going? Like, because in real time, it just seemed like it take 3 hours to do anything. And like, but this 3 hours and 40 minutes feel like, bro, 45 minutes. I promise you.
Dog, and it was like 8 callers on the line, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it would have got stupid. It really would have got stupid.
2 in the morning.
Dog.
And the fact that it's that type of love even this late is crazy. Shout out to the people that watch, man. I love
man.
y'all.
Yeah. Listen, y'all can call back in on Wednesday and have the conversation with Mike, because I'm gonna do this all over again on Wednesday.
Oh my, yep.
And
Mike, get ready.
And I'm gonna be right there on Wednesday, and I'm gonna be saying the same exact thing I'm saying right now. So you might as well figure it out. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'ma holla. God bless.
Happy homecoming.
On the count of 3, if you at home with me. 1, 2, 3. Everybody! Take that with you, bastard.